like the intro music.
Yeah. Joke there.
All right, we're live. Hey there, everyone, and welcome to Nerd Nation, where we scour the internet for the latest gaming, tech, entertainment, and science news so you don't have to, while also offering occasional reviews. I'm Hanyou, and as usual, joining me is AP, Ash, and Bearded One. Say hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hi.
So what's up, guys? I'm Ashley Archaic. I have a gaming channel over on YouTube, and you can find that searching Ashley Archaic. I do Let's Plays versus just any kind of game that I feel like playing. Right now I'm doing a lot of Dying Light, so check that out. And yeah.
Yes. And I am a person 46. I do a lot of gaming videos on my Twitch and YouTube. Mostly revolve around a little bit of Minecraft builds on YouTube. Besides that, I play basically anything on Twitch. So yeah, that's me.
And you all know me, I'm Hanyou. I usually Bearded One down there usually teams up with me on my YouTube, and recently we've started a little mini-series, The Life and Times of Hanyou and Beardy.
Where we just kill each other in the best possible ways.
Just have general nonsensical fun, basically. And yeah, so...
And like I always mention, at pretty much every chapter in our podcast, we do have links in the title, so please go check out that so you can visit all of our chats. But yeah, besides that, hope you sit back, relax, enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Alright, solid. So Hanyou,
yes.
What's on the menu for today? Because I'm hungry.
Welcome back.
Way to transition.
Hanyou.
Yeah.
Missed your last episode.
Yeah, ditched us.
Well, work. What can I say?
Hey.
Nothing really I could have done about it.
3 of us had to pick up your slack.
Oh yeah. Put the team on our back.
I noticed that.
I had to talk more than usual.
I also noticed that too.
It was solid though.
So, should we just kick off with gaming news?
Yeah, go
Why
for
not?
it. Dive in.
All right. Let's just start with Guild Wars 2 writer leaves to work on Destiny, and let me just say he probably has the best game. He probably has the best job title in the history of job titles.
Yes.
As Lore Master.
Lore Master, yes. It's mythical. I would love
Imagine putting that on your
title.
resume.
Yeah.
Yes, experience in
lost.
game
What the hell's a lore
development
master?
and Lore Master.
He basically creates the lore for the game that he's in. So for Destiny, he would have done a lot of the. If he was in it from the beginning, he would have written a lot of the stuff about what happened before the actual game takes place. You know.
I mean, that is a solid title. I've thoroughly enjoyed that title.
While it is a bit sad to see him leave Guild Wars 2,
Yeah.
he'll do a good job on Destiny, I'm sure.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
definitely places where I feel like he can improve that game. It has barely, as what I've heard, is it's had a weak storyline, and they could use some development in that area.
While it's not the same for every MMO, most MMOs usually are a little weak in the story.
Yeah, I would concur.
I probably play it maybe once a week,
Okay.
if that, just because of the fact that you have to grind to get anything good.
Well, that's every MMO. You have to grind, but
You gotta exchange your life in for an
if
MMO.
you're not a PC gamer, you don't really know what grinding is until you've played an MMO.
Yeah, and a legit one too.
Which Destiny's fairly close, as close to a legit MMO as consoles have gotten in a while. I'm not saying they haven't had them in the past, but
They've had a couple. But
yeah.
nothing like Diablo 3. That, which I need to get that again.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot better with the release of Reaper of Souls, but we're drifting.
All right. Do y'all enjoy MMOs, or do you at least on you, since you PC?
It depends on the game, really. I've played World of Warcraft. I've played various MMOs before, Guild Wars 2 being one of them.
Okay. Well, what would you say about PlanetSide 2?
PlanetSide 2 I've enjoyed. I've played it a bit, that's for sure.
Well, PlanetSide 2's creative director leaves the company after layoffs. His former SOE studio. So this is actually going off of last week's, what we brought up last week with the SOE studio getting layoffs.
Laying offs, yeah. And the week before that, when SOE split from Sony and became Daybreak.
I didn't know they were called Daybreak, actually.
The change came when they got cut off from Sony, or they cut themselves off from Sony. I'm still unclear as to how that happened, but...
Okay. Very interesting.
Like they always say, shit happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. I mean, you gotta have... are you, like, covered when it hits the fan, or what? Just like... I'd rather be wearing a parka, you know? I don't want to be wearing, like, a muscle tee.
Give me a... Yeah, get me a poncho.
Give me some goggles and a snorkel. Done.
Oh.
Try to turn around real fast. Just see how that works.
The next one's a little interesting, though. A video game where you play as you and move about and do stuff.
I found this interesting. Okay, at first it seems like what's
Isn't
the
it
point
called
in
Life?
that?
Yeah.
But it seems like it's maybe a more artistic version of like The Sims, I guess, to sum it up.
A first-person Sims, but yeah, that's what it kind of seems like too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can see the interest in that, so it sounds kind of interesting. But personally, I think if we were making it do what we typically do on a day-to-day basis, it would just be us sitting in front of a computer.
it would be one of those very anticlimactic
Is there a procrastinate button?
Right?
Hit that button every hour on the hour. Do it tomorrow. There's no quests. If it was like some mystical shit, then yeah, I would probably play it, but it's just life.
But when you complete stuff in the game, you like return color to the game, because otherwise it's kind of like a monochrome color scheme. But when you do stuff and complete objectives, it like returns color to the world.
I guess, but if I don't do those things in real life, I don't really want to do them in like virtual reality life.
I'm sorry, did they turn up the volume?
They did.
Okay. Which I apologize to the viewers. They are raging next door. So, right, yeah. Yeah, on that note.
We don't rage on Friday nights. We sit and read the news.
Yeah.
But after the news. After the news is what matters.
After the news.
After the news, we party.
Yeah. Yes. No, sorry, you can't distract me like that. Yes.
No.
You're good. Oh. Oh, I'm happy
AP,
now.
I think there's an intruder in your room.
Oh no, he is not an intruder. He is Santa Claus.
Ho ho ho, children.
Yeah.
All around.
And a bottle of Irish whiskey.
I'm sorry. I'm getting that. Let's change the topic. I'm getting all
Alright, well, I did mention World of Warcraft earlier, and the next topic does have to do with Blizzard, and more specifically, its new IP, of which it's its first new IP in 17 years. We're talking, of course, about its new FPS called Overwatch.
Blizzard. Overwatch. Oh,
It's kind of like a sci-fi Team Fortress 2 game. Kind of looks rather interesting, actually.
I'll take my time and play it.
I'm interested in it. I'd play it, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But is it a free-to-play? Is it a... what's
We have
the
yet to see.
details on it?
Yeah, it looks like there's not much out yet on it. Longer...
Yeah, it seems like more details will be released
Yeah.
at the official PAX East. What is that?
Ashes Crypt.
March 6th.
I mean, they've already introduced a bunch of characters for it so far, and I must admit the stylized gameplay of it, it's very, very interesting, especially
Yeah,
coming from Blizzard, who's usually, I mean, aside from World of Warcraft, they usually go very high detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but
So seeing the cartoony characters is a
I
different
feel like it'd
thing
be a
for
good
Blizzard.
breakaway though. They don't really have to pay too much attention to detail, and they could just break away and throw those resources.
I mean,
somewhere
for
else.
those who only play World of Warcraft, they'll be at home with the graphics of this game.
For
Consider
sure.
the slightly cartoony feel of it, but at the same time, it's very well polished. I mean, it's definitely a Blizzard game.
Yeah, for sure.
The way it looks
The
graphically. and
luminosity in it, yeah,
everything. Yeah.
very scientific.
So,
Okay.
what's your guys' opinions on all these remakes and ports and stuff that are coming out lately?
I can see the reasoning behind it, so I'm totally more on the understanding front. But I do know there's a lot of people that it's like, oh, no one's being original, like we need new games. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't. Depends on how well it's done, because I've had nothing but issues with the Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 5 online.
Oh, Rockstar.
But that's just the online component. Single player works fine, and the online, when it works, it's fine.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's hit or miss. But I've noted, but there's a lot of good remakes coming out. I mean, we'll look at, let's see. Oh wait, here's a new one. Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition has been confirmed.
Darksiders 2. Let's kill it.
And that's another port coming from last gen to this gen, and I must admit, everything looks pretty. I like
would
it
agree with that.
when they make everything, give it a new coat of paint, make it all
Yeah.
look shiny and pretty and stuff.
That's probably like one of my weak points, because I'll buy a game and then I'll see like, oh, they're about to remake it, new graphics, gotta get that one again, gotta do it. Like,
Just like, ooh, shiny.
Yeah,
yes,
pretty much.
shiny round balls. Or that. Never mind.
Whoa.
Careful with what you say there, dude.
Yeah. My buddies told me there's like 15 people in the hallway, so yeah, it's about to get loud. I apologize.
Are there any other remakes or reboots you guys are excited for?
It looks like they're remakes. Dark Souls. I think they're doing Dark Souls 2 that they're remaking.
Yes, they
Yes.
are, and that
Couldn't think of
is
the name.
another interesting one that I'd like to see, because it comes, I
Yes.
believe, with all the expansions included.
Yeah, my buddy was just like, I've been getting nagged for years. Get Dark Souls 2. Get Dark Souls 2.
I
don't know
have
how
it,
long.
and I'm tempted to do a let's play of it,
And
but I'm also tempted not to, because I know I'm going to get totally wrecked by it.
I would love to, but I don't have it because I've been told that they're remaking it, and now that it's a confirmed remake, I'm like,
Well, they're
I
remaking it for next-gen consoles, but the
yeah,
DLC
you
that's
know it will
included
leak
is
out
well-
to PC.
Well,
There-
this thing is, though, it already looks as good as it would look on next-gen consoles on the PC, so they don't need to remake it. But they are releasing the DLC that's attached to the remake for the PC version, though.
Okay.
True.
But I mean, they redid Grand Theft Auto 5. They have both for the PC. So
No, because it was never released originally for the PC.
it wasn't. Oh.
They're
Okay,
releasing
yeah,
it for
no,
the first time.
that's right, that's
soon,
right.
but-
Actually,
Actually, I think that's like what, next week or the week after? Hold
I
on for a
believe
second.
it is the week after.
Oh man, that music's getting loud.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to turn down like my stuff? I totally can.
No, we can start fist bumping here while we
I mean,
read the
like-
news. That's totes fine. Yeah.
Buy it again. No I guess PC.
But I'm
for
super
this
stoked
year.
about Borderlands. Like I told you guys, I'm totally like all over Borderlands, and I'm excited
Let's
for
see.
that.
Oh, actually, it doesn't come out for a while.
So I'm actually
Grand Theft
getting.
Auto 5 comes out March 24th for the PC.
Okay. My buddy here is telling me that they're gonna have to make PC players buy, I assume, Dark Souls 2 again because they are gonna add DirectX 11 to it.
Oh.
So it's gonna be a double buy. If you already have Dank Souls 2, then you're gonna have to buy Dankier Souls again.
Well, we'll see about that because I don't think they do that.
I'm gonna have to go with my buddy here on this one. I'm sorry. I've heard it, but you know, rumor has it.
Speaking of remakes and redos, how about Terraria Otherworld?
Yes, Terraria.
It's kind of it's not a re-release, more of like a reimagining.
It is.
I mean, it should be interesting. The game's already super intricate.
Definitely, and like what
it's set in like a darker, more corrupt world, and you're supposed to basically uncorrupt the world or something like that.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah.
And they said it was not a sequel or a prequel or even thing.
It's not Terraria 2.
Yeah, it's its own storyline.
It's a standalone thing.
Yeah. So that would be definitely interesting to where it goes. I haven't even beaten regular Terraria.
Neither have I. I played a lot of it, but I haven't beaten it.
No, I need to. I want to play it some more, but I'm just too lost in it.
It's so difficult. Like, there's so much to do. Like, it looks like, I guess, a Minecraft, but there's so much more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I mean, Minecraft looks real simple on the surface, too. Hey, it's a building block game, and then when you start getting into all the crafting and everything else, it's like, holy crap, this is actually very deep and very intricate.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But, I mean, it's even more so than Minecraft.
Yeah.
But I feel like Terraria does have a lot more action going on because I mean they have
boss
bosses.
battles
Yeah,
and
they have
stuff,
legit bosses that you have to go through. Whereas there's just the End Dragon for
Yeah.
the Minecraft. But yes,
And the Wither.
The Wither. Yeah. But that again, they're all optional things.
Yeah.
If you want more upgraded shit, you're gonna have to go through these bosses in Terraria.
Yeah.
But if you just, I mean, you can just sit in a corner and be like, ooh, diamonds. Let's enchant this thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, definitely. So, next would be The Last Guardian. Do you guys even know about The Last Guardian?
Nope.
What did you guys know about The Last Guardian?
The Last Guardian, I heard it was...
I mean,
it's made by... It was announced a couple of years ago at I believe E3, and it was said to be made by Team Eco, those who made Eco and Shadow of the Colossus, and it looks really pretty, just like every other Team Eco game. I mean, look at Shadow of the Colossus, which still holds up today, by the way.
I mean,
But
to be honest, I haven't heard shit about it, but any game that has to be abandoned is always a sad face, because you know there's definitely... They hype it up with everything.
Yeah.
They'll hype it up for a while, and I know I heard something about it somewhere along the lines, but recently, with all the shit going on, I just lost track of it.
But Sony, however, like a day after it was announced that the trademark had been abandoned, Sony has denied that it's been canceled and says that it's still in development, but it might be under a new name. That's why the trademark might have been abandoned, because it might actually
cool.
not be called The Last Guardian anymore.
That'd be for definitely cool.
yeah, it was initially announced back in 2009 as a PS3 title at E3.
And was later said to be coming to the PS4 instead, and
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. It's one of those games that's been in development hell for about 6 years now.
Yeah.
And here's hoping it comes out, because Team Eco does awesome stuff, you know? I mean,
For sure.
again, Shadow of the Colossus, one of the best games of the PS2 era. I'm probably gonna get some hate for that, but I don't care.
Here goes the comments.
I never had a PS2, I had a PS1, so I can't really... My shit was Spyro and Crash Bandicoot and all that crap. Oh, that was me. That was me all day, every day. The original Battlefront for Star Wars. Oh, brings back the memories. Oh. No, I was just thinking, I'll rewatch this thing on Toonami. This would actually go under entertainment, but Toonami. Do y'all remember that shit?
Yeah, they actually brought it back.
They did.
Yeah.
They actually brought it back as an April Fool's, and then they...
The April Fools was such a popular thing that they decided, okay, you know what? People actually like this, and they want it back, so we're bringing it back.
Yeah. I was so hyped that they brought it back. But last night, I just watched this whole documentary on, like... Not documentary, but this guy reviewing it from, like, the start to, like, where it is now, and... They used to be like Toonimation or Japanimation or some shit like that, and it developed into Toonami with Tom and whatnot. But
well, didn't it used to be Voltar or something like that from the Space Ghost thing that used to do it?
He was, I think it was Moltar, not Voltar.
Moltar. Yeah, that's it. And it used to have shows like Voltron, Gundam Suit, and a whole bunch of
Ghost in the Shell,
Gundam, Ghost in the Shell,
DBZ. I don't think they had Cowboy Bebop back then, but
no, they didn't have Cowboy Bebop. They had Outlaw Star.
I think they did.
Outlaw Star was awesome. That's probably one of my top.
Top 5 Sailor Moon. They had Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon was good. I'll admit that.
Yeah, they had something like Yoda Yoda or something like that. The guy with the green suit and the guy, his buddy.
Lupin the Third.
Yeah, I can't remember what.
Lupin. I remember Lupin.
And then, the guy, white hair, black shack show, cat ears. What's his name? Starts with like a Y.
Oh, you mean Inuyasha?
Inuyasha. That's it.
That's look at my name.
Yes.
Hanyou. That's
I haven't seen the whole show, so I don't know. I wouldn't get the reference. I watched like the first like couple episodes and I was like,
that's where I got my nickname.
Okay. I need to binge it. I'm telling you.
All right. Getting back on track, we're moving on to Xbox One's Upload Studio. Just got a lot better.
Yes. Very helpful for the Xbox users.
It's especially if you're a YouTuber, actually, because a lot of the features there that they added are much more aligned for the professional video makers, people who do YouTube and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot more effects, more video clips can be added. Before, I think it was like 5. And now you can make your video up to, I believe, 30 minutes long.
Yes, you can.
Which is a huge extension.
Oh, most definitely. And I must admit, I'm happy for that. I'm not sure if I'll use it, but I'm happy for that.
I was just about to ask, do you use it? Because I personally don't. But I know people that do.
But I mean, I have a capture device, and you do too. But for those who don't and that want to start recording their console gameplay, I think it's a step in the right direction.
For sure, definitely. But you still can't do voice messages.
Can't do voice messages anymore?
No, because the reason why they stopped doing that is because of the whole voice commands thing with the Kinect, and so they didn't want somebody opening a voice message that says Xbox turn off. And then yes, and then their Xbox turning off.
But I miss that so much. Like if there was like one thing, like that would be so helpful. Like
just make sure you have your headset plugged in when you play your voice messages.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a problem.
I got a lot of voice messages when I have an Xbox 360 at home, so that's all I have. Besides my GameCube, Wii, and PS1. But yeah, I got a lot of hate mail because I was really, really good at Call of Duties. Like, I went pro for a little bit. Not pro, but, like, I did competitive for a little bit. And I was able to, like, smurf people. You all know the term smurfing, I hope. Where you have your account, and then you have another account that nobody knows of. So you can play as that and just wreck the shit out of people. So I was pretty much smurfing some people, and I was just hunkered down, just going bop 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 with a sniper rifle, just nailing everybody that walked by. And I got so much hate mail after that game. I remember it's all voice messages too. So it's just like, bruh, shut up, I'm good.
That's great.
But something that isn't too good is cheating and lying.
Yes, that is definitely something that is not good, which brings us to the next topic.
Yes.
Which is, let's start off with this one, which is after raising $114,000 on Kickstarter, the developer for the Stomping Lands goes silent.
Yeah.
The artist has said he hasn't heard from the developer in over a month and has not received responses to the 5 emails that he has sent to the person.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
Definitely not good. I mean,
technically they could sue him.
They could
Oh,
if they just need to find him first.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm sure there's a couple people who would certainly like to get their hands on him.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, like around his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But
And if you guys don't know, the Stomping Land is a planned multiplayer dinosaur survival game. Let's see, I believe the first build of the project was published on Steam for early access, and the developer at that time assured that even though the game is not available, development is still in full force. He just went a little MIA.
hope he didn't go MIA for too long. I mean, like, it's like a life poop break from life, you know, just gotta BRB, but
BRB with $114,000.
yeah, his timing was not the best.
Definitely not.
I don't. If it was like a goof or something, I gotta lock my door. I'm sorry.
In other rip-off news, the winning bidder of a rare PS4 anniversary console backs out of paying $129,000.
Yeah, that's big.
The console was being auctioned off by Sony for charity, so that just makes it a double dick move.
Oh.
Wow, that's like two blows to the throat.
But despite the fact that the person backed out, Sony said that it's still going to pay the $129,000 to the charity, despite the fact that the person backed out of paying it.
Wow. Well, good on Sony, but that's really shitty of whoever that is.
Yeah.
Says Sony began its auction of the console, which features the coveted 00001 unit number, earlier this year. According to the official Yahoo auction page, the console received 1,585 bids, starting with a bid of 1 yen.
Damn, like
the final bid was for 15,135,000 yen, or around $129,000.
Wow.
That's a lot of yen. That moolah.
A lot of yen.
I mean,
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet too.
Yeah, especially if you've
I want to
owned an original PlayStation. It's very nice looking.
It reminds me what what Nintendo has done with their classic Nintendo, like the Game Boys. So with their like, what was it, the Super Nintendo, and they did a Game Boy Advanced stylized to that theme, and they just did the new 3DS stylized to that also. And just like that kind of stuff, I just like. I want it. I just want it.
Yeah, you gotta love the
Put up in,
nostalgia
like,
factor. Am I right?
It's
Definitely.
the classics. Just brings back all the good memories of all the times I've had. So many hours.
Childhood.
But yeah, the charity that Sony donated the money to is called Save the Children Japan, and they also said they will be keeping the machine, which you can see in the gallery located on the link, which we will be sharing.
Yes. Which I already posted that link in my chat for all who is interested. I always post every link in my chat as we talk through them. FYI, if anyone's interested.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can always catch the links for all the topics we discuss on our Facebook page.
Yes.
I know I have it in the bottom of my description, my videos, and it is also linked to, if you go to my bar, it should be there. Like on my
Yes,
channel.
I also link it in my video description as well.
Yeah.
And it's also in my About section on my Facebook, on my YouTube page.
Yep. We got links out the wazoo.
Links on links on links.
Yeah.
Linkception.
Link,
Links
take this
upon
with you. It's dangerous out there. It's another link.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So, does game length actually matter in games? Let's ask us that question.
Length always matters.
Okay. Asking the guys, does length matter?
I like my games on the long side. I'm not gonna lie. I like long games.
And there's no
I'm an
innuendo
RPG
behind this.
player.
There's no fallacy. There's nothing. This is straight.
I'm
Literal.
an RPG player. I like my games on the long side.
Okay, I hear that. That's definitely good. I'm an MMO. I like MMOs. I like RPGs. So
You like games that go on forever, basically.
pretty much, yeah. I could play if I could sit down and play for hours. That's me. I mean, I have an MMO that's probably around 140 hours, and I haven't played that in a while actually. And then I've been playing a lot of CS:GO. I can play that forever. That's
I recently bought that and downloaded. I'm having a little issues with it, but I hope that
CS:GO?
gets resolved soon. Yes,
Ooh, not good.
we might be able to team up.
Oh, I just got demoted. I'm really upset about that. Oh. I was playing a little competitive today trying to get that ranked up, and we tied. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck? But it's all good. We're all friends here.
But yeah, I think it definitely depends on the type of game, like you guys were just talking about, as far as how long a game is. Because if it's something, we've touched on this in previous episodes, if it's like Call of Duty or Battlefield where you should basically just eliminate that gameplay that's not multiplayer,
Yeah.
then I don't
Definitely.
expect that, or it should not be long at all. Like personally, if I'm going through that, I just want quick achievements. I don't need you to like, no.
Right? Yeah.
The
no.
game, however, I should point out that spawned this whole debate was The Order 1886, which was reported to have a 5-hour campaign. And keep in mind, this was a single-player game. Now, if we're talking for a single-player focused game, do you want a longer campaign or do you want a shorter campaign?
Hell yeah, I want a long game.
Longer.
I mean, if there's nothing else to do in it, then yeah, let me blaze through that shit. Do all
Yeah,
of it.
I mean, you want to get your money's worth too. Like, games aren't freaking cheap. Don't give me a short game.
Depends
I
where
mean,
you get
it's
'em.
fine if it's a little on the short side, if it's got a high replay value, but if it's... The thing is, though, The Order 1886 has come out since that article has been released, and it turns out it's extremely linear gameplay, and it's very quick time event heavy.
Okay.
And now, I'm not sure about you, but that doesn't sound like a game I'd really care to play more than once, if once at all.
Yeah. I agree.
So it's short, it's short and very linear. It doesn't really sound very much like something I'd play.
Not exciting at all.
Na 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 na. Everybody's got to sing along with Journey.
Can we even like post this on YouTube at this point? Because all this background music.
Well, we're talking over it. It's fine.
They're so drunk over there. They're doing power hour. Oh my god.
Alright, moving on. This is actually a big one. Harmonix is developing a new Rock Band game for new-gen consoles, Xbox One and PS4. Who's excited for that?
For this. Yes, Rock Band.
I'll admit, as long as they don't completely overkill it like they did last generation, I'll be fine with that, you know? Because last generation, there was like 10 Guitar Heroes, there was 4 core rock bands, and there was like 3 spin-offs, you know? And it was just way too much, too quick, you know?
The show. But yeah, no.
But other than that, I'm excited for it. I think it'll be pretty awesome. How about you, Chris? I know you're big on the whole Guitar Hero Rock Band thing.
I can be about that.
Chris?
Chris? Did we lose Chris? Is he on another smoke break? He's probably taking a smoke break. I'm telling you.
Oh boy.
Hold on. I want to see. I kind of want to see where he went. Chris, you can't just disappear. No wonder he doesn't have a webcam. Doesn't want no. Chris, hey.
There he is. Chris, where'd you go?
Bathroom break.
I always catch him at the worst times.
Alright.
We're talking about Rock Band for the new gen consoles. What's your opinion on it?
I can't wait for it.
Yeah, is that it? No, I'm giving you a hard time.
We were saying as long as they don't do a complete overkill of it like they did with last gen, it should be pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah.
Because last gen was just totally too much.
For sure. Oh my god, what? They had 7 out, plus like, buy this new guitar for this one song because it's a new guitar.
Or the double drum pedals for the special songs or whatever because you need 2 pedals.
But I don't know. Rock Band, they kind of do overkill. They have a tendency to do that. So it'd be interesting to see how this goes.
Definitely.
But moving away from gaming, let's move on to tech news.
And this kind of feeds into the fact, well, sort of. We're talking about music and Rock Band, so why not talk about audio?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have good audio.
This thing, I really enjoyed watching this video and like listening to all this shit. It gave me the chills. I loved it.
Really cool.
Yeah, binaural audio is returning from obscurity to make virtual reality more awesome. Oh. And I gotta admit, it is really cool.
Baller. It's more than cool.
It uses 2 microphones to capture what the left ear hears and the right ear hears. And if you're wearing headphones, it just blows your mind, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially since I'm a firm believer, especially in horror games, you gotta have good audio. Like, audio can make or break your game.
I would just be scared out of my mind.
But that's the whole point.
Imagine playing a horror game with binaural audio.
Oh my god. I love it and I hate it because it like freaks me out. It's like my anxiety will just like shoot through the roof, but at the same time I'm like, I love it.
That's where I would need like a couple new pants just to like be able to stand that game. I would just be like, stop, like this is too real. Like even people with like just regular VR goggles, they just get scared out of their minds. So this one guy who's playing,
I've
he was just
seen
like
a couple people playing what was it, Outlast, I think, or something with the Oculus.
Mostly Outlast that they play.
And
but they were just like, stop,
that'd be terrifying, man. I don't think I could do that.
I hate scary games as it is.
Oh, I want to so badly.
I want to, but at the same time, I don't want to have a heart attack.
This would be like the good kind of heart attack.
I'd have to be worried. I'd have a face cam, a heart rate monitor all hooked up, and
that makes some really good entertainment.
It probably does. Get that overlay at the bottom, like better.
Yeah, for sure.
God, I can't even. Okay, but moving away from the VR world, how about the vehicle world? How about that one, Hanyou? Can you do that?
That's actually rather interesting, considering we have both Apple and Sony going into the whole car thing.
The whole car thing, yes.
We have Apple looking into self-driving cars, and Sony looking into self-driving cars, which is very interesting.
Yeah, and self-driving cars. This is me. I'm thinking
it's a very futuristic thing.
Definitely.
It's definitely. I mean, we already have self-parking cars when you think about it.
That scares the shit out of me. I don't use that stuff. That is like some Skynet shit.
It's pretty cool though. I mean, you've seen. I'm sure everybody's seen the commercials of like the Cadillacs that park themselves, the Fords that park themselves, all these cars that can parallel park by themselves and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool because I definitely know some people who could really use that. So, I mean,
I suck at parallel parking. I'm not gonna lie.
I saw this video of this guy driving on a highway. Probably somewhere in Europe. I can't remember, but he got up to like what I would believe around 70, 80 miles per hour, but I don't know what that is in kilometers. And he put it on the self-driving shit, and he's like, yeah, fuck this shit, and he moves into the passenger seat, and he's just like, yep, nobody's sitting in there. And I'm just like, stop the car, what are you doing? And like I swear, if I was driving along and I look over and there's nobody in the fucking driver's seat, I would shit a brick. I don't know, I would lose my shit. I would get off at the exit and contemplate life right there.
Well, the thing is, have you seen some of the concept self-driving cars? There isn't even a steering wheel in a lot of them. It's like sitting in a conference room. There's like forward-facing seats and backward-facing seats, and and there's like a table in between, so you could actually sit in the car.
That's a little sketch to me, because like if I have the option to have it self-driving or me driving, I feel like that's fine, because I at least have the option to be in control. But if I don't have the option to be in control, I'm like, no.
Give me the option.
These are like far future concept cars, though.
I don't want
this is like 20 years in the future after they've like completely perfected this stuff.
But this is happening now. A guy literally got out of the driver's seat, and he was like doing the whole like move thing, and it's
but the cars I'm talking about don't have a steering wheel.
Yeah, no, stop that. Skynet, come on. We have movies for a reason.
And then we know how to fight them, and we know how to keep that stuff from happening in the first place.
You know, what if they're not just mythical shit? What if that was just like documentaries handed down from like the lore of the ages? That someone just came back in time. Arnold came back in time and was like, here's this movie. And we're like, shit.
Here, you know what to do.
Yeah, really.
That being said, Apple is also looking into making a cheap electric car on par with the Tesla.
Fuck. I love the Tesla, though. I want one of them. They're cool.
Love Teslas.
That's off topic, though.
Actually, that's on topic.
On topic? Is it? Okay, Tesla.
It's right after the self-driving cars.
Is it?
Apple forms a secret team to experiment with electric cars, then announces that they're forming a secret team to experiment with electric cars.
Oh, very secret indeed. Yes. Let's keep this on the down low.
Keep it on the down low. The hush hush. Okay,
yes.
now where's the nearest media outlet?
Yeah. It's like, let me just position this cell phone conveniently right here. What are you saying about this hush hush? It's like, oh, top secret indeed. But, I don't know. Everyone says secret nowadays. They're just like, yeah, secret.
Secret, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, very nudge, nudge. The nudging you
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Little Bob's your uncle. Want to do the secret handshake?
I don't know where that's from. I'm sorry. Is that SNL shit? I feel like.
It's old British comedy.
Monty Python.
There you go.
Monty Python. Yes. I need. You gotta link that to me one day. One day. Okay, we gotta move on.
Volunteers are making 3D printed aerial drones for the Ukrainian army.
And we touched on this in our last podcast, number 2.
We've touched on aerial drones, I think, in both of our last podcasts. You guys touched on it. You touched
the DIY.
On DIY drones. Yeah, that was our last one.
I believe this is the same kind of shit, because this guy was in the same picture from the art article. They might have just copied and pasted a picture, but
Just scroll
I don't-
on Instagram.
I mean, shh.
Like, oh, hey, there's a picture of a guy with a drone. We'll take that picture.
Maybe, I don't know how these
Like,
people
wait,
make
didn't we use
articles.
that picture before? Ah, nobody will notice.
Ah,
Don't worry about it.
nah, that's Jim. This is Joe. They're twins.
Oh, I know she's got a stormtrooper in the background.
Yeah, I saw that too.
We'll talk about We'll talk about Star Wars later.
I'm sorry about the music. I'm so
But
sorry.
anyway, so to support their troops, a robotics lab is producing plastic drones using 3D printers. How do you guys feel about that?
3D printing is the shit. It's
I mean, I'm
awesome.
against the whole Putin trying to reestablish the USSR, so anything to help the Ukrainians.
You heard it first yourself, haven't you?
Quote. We need some like cheesy ash. Some cheesy like pickup
We
line.
already have cheesy ass.
Shut up.
Hey!
Let me finish this. Some cheesy like
Powerade.
fucking inserts that just go like da da da, and there's
Like
like
little widgets.
yeah, like little widget. Some of
I
the
feel like
hashtag
that happen.
Ash, where are you, or something like shit Hanyou says, or like
That would
person
be really-
fucked up again. Sorry for the yeah, you'll get it.
Or bearded wandered off again.
Yeah,
Down
AFK.
here.
Alright. But on the more
That moment, bearded wandered off.
on the more sucky side about this, hackers stole hundreds of millions in massive malware bank heist.
This is crazy. Like,
Yeah,
crazy
definitely.
news.
Hundreds of millions. That's a number right there. Hundreds of millions. Fathom that.
Yeah, well, I guess it seems like it's pretty crazy to us, but they were going in depth and saying how so much money
It's
is
nothing.
transferred and moved every day and every night through banks that money somehow isn't noticed and isn't noticed that it's missing. So I guess what the hackers did is they did it quote unquote little by little. And that's how they
Little by little being a couple hundred
little by
thousand.
little,
Hundreds of
to-
millions.
yeah.
Yeah, a couple million at a time. Like, oh, nobody will notice a couple $1 million going missing at a time.
Nah.
Which they didn't.
Yeah,
happen.
which is a little scary when you think about it.
That's a
Right.
lot of scary.
Considering your money's supposed to be safe in the banks and stuff like that. But hey, guess what? Maybe that crazy guy who stores his money in his mattress is right.
Hey.
I'm starting to think so, yeah. Your crazy grandma.
No, I got mine in the stock market, so fuck that. Right? The risk towards reward. Let's see if it works out. Gambling, but business-like. Legal version.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't happen here. It happened overseas, so I guess
the best
that
part.
put me a little bit at ease.
For us U.S. Viewers,
Yeah. Ooh.
y'all can sleep tight knowing your money is safe at Grandma's house.
Yeah.
It could be one of the largest bank thefts ever.
Okay.
Well, considering it was stolen from multiple banks over a fairly decent period of time, I mean, you think someone would have noticed after the first week or something, like, oh, hey, let's balance the books. Oh, wait, there's a couple million missing. It's just a write-off. Does
Let's carry
nobody
the one.
check this stuff? Seriously, I mean,
Oh my jeez.
I told you guys it was gonna be rowdy tonight.
we need to get you some DIY soundproofing. Seriously.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
We're
rowdy
all
as
gonna
shit.
show up with foam and stuff.
Yeah. I'm the closest to him. It'll probably just be me.
It's rowdy over there.
All right. Moving on. The new FAA drone
Yeah.
drone rules and regulations. Seems to be a bit of a
Drones are
headache.
cool.
I want my drone delivered pizza, damn it.
But no, they can't.
And I want my Amazon Air.
It's all controversial shit. I mean, me living in Kentucky, just pull out a shotty and just bop it down and be like, free shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, stop showing off.
That is
power.
true. I kind of get. I mean, there's two reasons why they might want to do this: to keep it from pirates, which is what you basically suggested, and to make sure that it's safe. Like, if it crashes, they can't exactly go get it. You know.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Wouldn't it be crazy if, like, you shot down a drone and it just self-destructed? So everything was just...
Well, it would be a way to keep pirates from snatching your shit, though. So.
But that's loss in material.
Well, you
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
But,
either way,
okay.
it's loss.
It depends. Are you, like... You can either someone have a phone and goes back into recirculation, or are you just gonna blow that shit up? And
have a thermite charge strapped to the drone so that it just melts everything.
See, I feel like thermite just where melting would be better than just exploding everything. And I'm gonna lock my door again.
But the commercial regulations are basically as follows. Unmanned aircraft must weigh less than 55 pounds or 25 kilograms. Visual line of sight only. The unmanned aircraft must remain within line of sight of the operator or visual observer. At all times, the small unmanned aircraft must remain close enough to the operator for the operator to be capable of seeing the aircraft with vision unaided by any device other than corrective lenses, which means no telescopes or anything like that.
Okay.
Small unmanned aircraft may not operate over any persons not directly involved in the operation. So basically, if you're not holding the controller, it can't fly overhead of you. Which is a safety thing, you know. What if it runs out of fuel and drops out of the sky and clubs somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can see that.
The whole drone thing.
It's raining drones. Oh shit.
I mean, ever since it left like military usage and came to the public, it was always going to be something controversial shit. But
proposes a micro UAS option that would allow operations in Class G airspace over people not involved in the operation, provided the operator certifies he or she has the requisite aeronautical knowledge to perform the operation. Daylight only operations, official sunrise to official sunset local time, with a maximum of airspeed of 100 miles per hour or 87 knots, with a maximum altitude of 500 feet above ground level.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, you still get to play around with your drone.
FAA is proposing what they call an aeronautical knowledge test, where you'll basically make sure that you know the airspace rules. As long as you're over 17 years old and take the test every 2 years, you should be good to go.
But that still means no drone-delivered pizzas and no Amazon Air.
No.
Not just yet.
It's all good. I mean,
but
you probably
keep in mind, these are they're setting a baseline here. Chances are, when the technology evolves for better tracking and better controls and stuff like that, chances are they'll expand it to where you can actually do stuff.
Yeah.
And do different stuff with it. Like, we might get Amazon Air, but it might not be for a couple of years.
Yeah, exactly.
So, moving on. Sony has smart glass now, but they are dorky as shit.
Yeah,
let's get that straight.
They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad looking.
Do they like not have a design team? Like, they're just gonna get like their own stylist or something.
They should. I don't know why they settled for these things. They kind of look like goggles.
They're worse than Google Glass.
Like, make them at least look presentable, because all of a sudden I'm just like, no, there's no way. Like, make them look interesting.
They're goggle glasses is what they are.
They're just absolutely terrible.
I mean, the Microsoft's headband ski goggles aren't that much better, but at least it's clear what you're wearing. These are like, what?
Yeah.
They're kind of going for the eyeglass look, and I don't think it works. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have a DBZ styled
Scouter, yes.
Scouter heads up.
That would be awesome.
I think that's kind of what Google was going for with their Google Glass.
Vegeta, what is his power level?
It's over 9,000.
Actually, that was Vegeta asking Nappa. What? Yeah. Okay, but still, same thing. Just
Yes.
that'd be awesome. Off topic, real fast. Got to throw this in here. We got a birthday by Zarius98. I probably butchered the shit out of that, but
Happy birthday!
yeah, we got a birthday in
Zarissa.
Zarissa. Okay, yeah, happy birthday.
Yep, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Da 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 da. Alright, but quick little break of that. But yeah, these classes, if we could really like improve the technology, give power levels. Oh, I would totally buy that shit in an instant.
That would be funny.
A whopping 3. Yeah.
Let's see. How about the fact that they're set to cost $840?
Wow, that is a lot.
No, thank you.
Well, if we're comparing them to Google Glass instead of Microsoft's HoloLens, I'd say that's actually a better deal considering Google Glass is $1,400. Which, by the way, Google Glass is still in beta despite actually being out for a couple of years. It's an open beta right now. I guess is the proper
The
term.
whole thing is a beta. I mean, it's like the car. You got to test it out before you can get rid of the steering wheel. Right?
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they should put it out if it's still in beta. Like, it's just really not making
Well, they
me
want
excited
people
about.
to test them, though.
Yeah.
They want to see the extent of how people are using them. They want to see how people are using them, how people react to them, and all that other type of stuff, you know?
I mean, it happens a lot. I know somebody signed up for a beta, and what you do is you get the product, and once it goes... you use it for, like, this amount of time, and you're supposed to do this much with it, and you get it for free when it comes out for real.
Yeah.
So they
usually have you send in the beta product and they resend you the final product.
Yeah, I mean that's how it usually works. Depending on the company, though, if this company might do it differently than others, so it's usually give and take kind of process that they do with this, because they know betas are going to be betas and suck. So
okay, and how about the fact that BioWare co-founder is coming out of retirement and returning to the game industry to work on augmented reality games? This ties into the whole Sony's smart glasses and Microsoft's HoloLens.
It's gonna be awesome. Let's get that.
I mean,
set on
the whole augmented reality gaming thing. I mean, has anybody played Watch Dogs?
Yeah, no, a little bit.
I have not.
There was segments in that game where you could play augmented reality games where there was stuff like it was kind of like a Space Invaders type game where you were shooting like these little saucers out of the sky with a gun that wasn't actually there, so you were like and you could see the gun, but if someone else was not playing the game, they'd just see you just doing. I mean, they'd know you were playing a game.
Imagination.
That's pretty cool, though. I'm really excited for this idea. I'm totally on board.
I mean,
it's kind of like it's kind of Kinect-ish, I guess, when you think about it, but it's Microsoft actually doing something interesting with their Kinect technology.
Yeah,
is what it is
for sure. And like Sony focuses on PlayStation. How about that one? They're just focusing on PlayStation.
That's actually really interesting. They might actually exit the TV and smartphone market to focus on PlayStation, which would be a very... I'm guessing this is going to be a very controversial move for Sony, because keep in mind, this was an electronics company first, and that moved into the gaming. gaming industry. Granted, that was back in the late 90s, early 2000s, but
Well,
still.
it's not like they're doing terrible now, though. They're still up in the top players for the TVs, but it's...
Yeah, I know. That's why it's such a big controversial move. They might actually stop making TVs and smartphones and just focus on PlayStation. I mean, the Sony Xperia, I believe, the most recent one, got some pretty decent reviews, from what I understand. And is actually a fairly decent phone.
They make a lot of good electronics. I mean, they're in the TV market, aren't they? TV monitors. They're fairly well. I almost bought a Sony monitor, but you know, there's obviously betters that just focus on that field. So,
I mean, I'll be honest. I have Samsung.
I have a Philips.
I have a Samsung monitor, and I like Samsung when it comes to displays. I mean, they make good displays.
Yeah, really
but for something that has a wide variety in fields, it's not half bad for what they do. I
mean, don't get me wrong. Sony does great. They make great. They're actually the reason why we have a Blu-ray player in the Xbox One instead of HD DVD player.
Yes, right.
Because last generation, Sony went Blu-ray, trying to push its Blu-ray tech, and it came out as the dominant format.
Farting.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Right as they leave, thank you. And it was, what's her name? Zaris, or their name?
Zarissa.
Zarissa. I can't read her shit. But yeah, they just got to follow. And every Friday we do this podcast, by the way. FYI. Little plug in there.
This next one's really interesting. A 14-year-old hacked a car with $15 worth of Radio Shack parts.
So if you're 14 and have a nearby Radio Shack, find a car next.
If it isn't one of those over 1,000 stores that's closing, that is.
True. They're having but
yeah, I was reading this article and it made me just think, what was I doing with my life?
At 14.
I guess you're in high school by then. You're like in 9th grade. Like, this kid freaking hacked a car. That's crazy.
With Radio Shack items, I mean, $15.
Only $15 worth.
That's not much.
This guy's got a future in the tech industry, I'll tell you that.
I want to know what he made too. I mean, like, really, that's something. $15 worth. That's nothing.
I mean,
throw down a 20 and you can hack a car, basically.
This kid definitely has a future in engineering.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I mean, if he's doing this at 14,
put that on his resume.
I hacked a car in 9th grade.
Check the news.
Check Nerd Nation. They did a story about it.
Yes, even better. We did do a story about it. An awesome story.
This kid, who is unnamed, he got a circuit board, transmitter, and other bits, and he soldered them together. And he sent messages to the car wirelessly, and then in turn had it respond, being able to hack the car. He could turn the windshield on and off, the windshield wipers, the lights, etc.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's definitely interesting.
Also concerning.
Like, imagine walking by this Radio Shack and just seeing this kid like have this machine just going like.
He's just messing with people as they drive by.
Yeah, they're just driving.
All of a sudden, their windshield wipers come on, and their hazard lights flip on, or something like that.
Make it jump a little bit, you know.
Be like, what the hell?
Yep.
Sounds like Watchdog, says Benji Price. Pretty much, this kid, he was probably that character. The inspiration.
He's a young Aiden Pierce.
Yeah, that's his name, Aiden Pierce. But moving on to a little bit more tech and more useful Oh my god, I can't believe this wasn't made earlier. A single cable with swappable connectors wants to replace all your wires.
See, this is actually a comeback from something in the 90s, because anybody remember back then when every phone manufacturer had a different charging cable, and they didn't all use the USB, mini USB, micro USB cables? Instead, they all had, like, the different pins and all this stuff, and it was a total mess. Well, back in the 90s, there was a cable that one end was a USB port, and the other one had or plug or wall plug, and the other end you could swap out the various ends. And let's be honest, this is the exact same thing, just for a more modern world. And chances are you're gonna lose those, just like you did in the 90s.
But how awesome
You are
is
going to
this?
lose those bits unless you keep them in a little baggie in a drawer somewhere. You're gonna lose one, then you're gonna be like, shit, where'd I put it? Then you're gonna be like, god damn it.
It
That's
probably
true,
has its
maybe.
own traveler's case, you know, with like
Exactly.
a little thing with like the thing right there and all the like inputs and
Thing and then the thing.
the thing and the thing. But like every time I would go out, I'd be like, all right, what am I taking? Okay, I need this one. Stick it in your pocket or stick it in your wallet maybe, and then just go on with your day, or take a fucking baggie. I'll
Bring
do
it
it.
Yeah.
bring it in a Ziploc baggie.
It's like, hold
That's
on,
pretty
gotta
good.
charge this. Let me just.
Alright.
There we go. Got my little USB. Right
Let's
there.
see, which bits do I need? I need this one and this one. I hook them up
But it's
and
pretty
then
legit.
plug them in. And
It's got two of the little audio jacks, like 2 different sizes. That's
yeah,
I need 2 different ones. I need it.
the different USB ports too and stuff like that. And
It's all useful shit. But dedicated ones.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And like you were saying, it's not a new idea, but what apparently or allegedly sets this one apart is that it claims to transfer data, audio, video, and power.
Not even mad.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you can keep yourself from losing all the little bits and pieces, you'll be fine. And that's all I have to say about it. Other than that, it sounds like a good product.
It does. It sounds legit. I would buy it.
I mean, it's not new, but at the same time, it's been a while since we've seen it.
It's definitely on the fence here. It could sway either way of being.
And I
Awesome
believe
or not.
that does it for tech news, which means Ashley has a review for us.
I do. Okay,
Yes.
so on Saturday, I went to go see 50 Shades of Grey, and that movie. Oh. So, alright, let's see the review here. Okay. So let's face it, most everybody loves sex, from kinky to vanilla and jokes to innuendos. However, I hope we can all agree that forced sexual tension is the worst. This is exactly what I got from 50 Shades of Grey. Don't get me wrong, I'm one of the many that love the books and had high hopes for the film. Unfortunately, the film fell short and did not meet expectations. Kind of like your unmentionable Saturday Night. Unfortunately, unlike Mr. Saturday Night, the film did not last 30 seconds. Unless you read the book, those long 2 hours would be constantly leaving you asking, what the hell are they getting at? I needed to keep the book in the back of my mind in order to make those dragging 125 minutes the least bit bearable. Now, you may be one of the many saying, we don't want to see it for the story, we want to see it for those infamous sex scenes. Well, I say you're not missing much. Stick to the steamy fantasies in your head. I'm sure your typical get-off visionary is much more creative anyway.
Cool.
There was nothing kinky. There was nothing kinky about the sex scenes, and went as vanilla as you can get. I blame a lot of this on the casting choice. I grew to like the actor Jamie Dornan as Christian Grey. However, the lead actress Dakota Johnson as Anastasia Steele made me cringe every time she appeared on screen. It seemed as though she didn't understand the role and who she was supposed to be. Also, throughout the whole movie, she looked like she wanted to cry at any given moment. I don't blame her, though. If I had to be in that movie, I'd probably cry, too. Not only was her character portrayal confusing, but so was the main character's chemistry on screen. Throughout the whole film, I didn't see them as their characters. I saw them as the actors they are. They weren't believable and made for some awkward sex scenes. The only thing natural in this film was the all-natural styling choice of the actors' under regions. All in all, save your money and skip the movie. I do highly recommend the book, however, and if you're not a reader, get an audio version. Just don't listen to it in your car with the windows down. This makes for some very awkward stoplights.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, like a 2, 3 at best.
Oh.
It
Ouch.
was pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Did you watch it with your
On the
dad?
topic of movies,
Did you just ask
books
if I
that
watched
don't.
with your dad?
I mean,
What?
hey, I don't know. Your mom?
No.
I've had movies like that where my parents are like, let's watch this movie, and I'm just sitting here like,
No.
Yeah, just slowly back out of the room.
Awkward.
However, on the topic of books not yet technically translating well into movies, I've seen a movie that just didn't translate well from the book series, and that was Aragon. This was a few years ago. I mean, I loved the book series. I had really high hopes for the movies. I mean, it could have been on par with the Lord of the Rings movie franchise if it was done right. But it was just so badly done, and I can feel for you if you're a fan of a book series that gets turned into a crappy movie. That's all I gotta say about that.
yeah, it's sad. It's like sad.
Yeah.
I agree with the Aragon thing though.
All right, and moving on to entertainment news, we have something a little leaning towards the fantasy side with Jurassic World. Hasbro Toys reveal the Indominus Rex, and it is one ugly son of a bitch.
It is. It is. Oh my god. I can't. Someone else talk about this. I can't.
I mean,
It's,
there's not much to say. Like, we can link it for everyone to view, but it's...
I always have the link in my chat if anyone wants to hop over to my chat. If you're not on my channel, then you can go to the bit.ly up there and then have all our chats.
Yeah.
Yes. And the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World is apparently a cross between a T-Rex, a raptor, and something else, or is it just those two?
I think it's just those two.
Where's Chris at?
He's sleeping!
Oh my gosh!
Shh. Can you hear that?
Oh, what the hell? That man? Seriously?
There's 2 hashtags. Just fall asleep.
Okay.
Seriously, this is his segment too.
This is.
Oh.
Chris! Chris! Wake up! Son!
I can't even.
I'm weak.
Hold on 1 second.
That's great.
He blew my mind just now. I'm tweeting that shit.
Hashtag Chris wake up.
I'm making that.
Oh, we need to get widgets up here.
Oh my god. Where's this bit.ly? Give me this bit.ly. I can't believe he fell asleep! How do you do that? How do you do that on the stream, man?
I understand he's been working a lot
Yeah.
lately, but still.
I mean,
I think we all do though. Come on.
I want to see him wake up though. And we got we got another viewer, so it's like, what? There's his section.
Hi, viewer.
Oh, what?
Hello, everybody.
You're blowing my mind, man. Chris, how are you asleep right now?
And he's snoring. He's not
He
even
is?
like incognito.
I know. If you're quiet, you can hear him.
At least if he had a webcam, he could paint eyeballs on his eyelids.
Hold on.
Well, now I know why he doesn't, so he can get away with just leaving.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start turning
hold on,
mine off. Oh my goodness. That's
I'm changing this picture to Sleepy Baby. I'm doing it. Save that shit. Alright, give me a second and we will see this change live. Beard.
Is
he here?
He wake up? Hey! Hey, wake up, sleepyhead.
He's just switching positions. He's turning over.
Maybe.
Wake up!
Let me edit.
Can't hear us.
Chris!
Christoph. Sleepy
Christoph.
baby. You
Wake
there?
up, sleepyhead.
Do you wake up?
Chris.
No.
Somebody should
I thought
totally.
I heard it.
I thought I heard him too.
Somebody poke him
Maybe
with a
he's
stick.
talking in his sleep. Maybe
Somebody,
he'll do the news in his sleep.
guys, check my
Well,
stream.
no, it's because I went in at 5 this morning, so I'm a bit tired.
I hear you.
Oh, we just reached the Indominus Rex section. I'm like, hey, Chris, you know more about this than I do. And then all of a sudden we hear snoring.
Yeah, bro. Check my stream real fast, guys. Like
Ah. Yep, that's Chris.
that. I mean, you're getting that for the rest of the stream now, man. Sleepy baby. All right, so the Indominus Rex. You remember this?
It's one ugly mother, but it's just a T-Rex mixed with a raptor or something like that, right?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I don't know. This is Chris's section.
Chris.
And I believe it's every dinosaur's DNA.
So it's like the mother of all dinosaurs.
That explains why it's one ugly mother.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to 7 people. Or no. It's the new Friday the 13th won't be a found footage, which I don't quite understand.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Found footage.
No,
is
like Paranormal Activity? Okay,
Yeah.
I got it then. I got it.
You on board? Good.
Oh, I know.
Found footage films like Paranormal Activity, Cloverfield,
I can't stand
Blair
them
Witch
either.
Project, those types of movies.
I get too scared. Oh, it's bad.
Oh my goodness.
I cry. It's bad. You don't want to bring me to a scary movie. I will literally sit there just like tears.
That makes me want to. Like, yes, cry.
No, I mean, oh, not even. I don't like it. I can't. So
I actually read something one time, I don't know, it's a tad bit off topic, but saying how people who do like scary things or scary movies, there's something a little bit wrong with you, only because it's like your fight or flight reactions. But the people that like it get like a thrill out of it, whereas like normal people shouldn't. So I don't know.
No, I run. I can do a sub 5-minute mile. I am out of there. Yeah. Name a serial killer that can do that shit. Nah. Can't even.
Michael Myers seems to like teleport.
Yeah, no, but after the bitch falls over what? Nothing? Air? It's like,
Yeah.
Moving on to The Daily Show. You guys covered last week that Jon Stewart was leaving The Daily Show.
I
Well,
believe
now
we
we
did.
have 7 people who could possibly replace him.
yes. Very good, 7 people too.
Starting with John Oliver.
love
Personally,
him.
I don't really know him. So
He's funny.
I don't have an opinion on him.
I feel like he could do a good job. But his type of humor does differ from the way Jon Stewart has carried The Daily Show. So I feel like he could do his own kind of like segment in The Daily Show, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He would be a good like overall replace. Now, the next guy,
Asif?
Yeah.
Asif Manvi.
I feel like he would be a really good candidate.
I have seen him before, and I would agree that he would certainly be an interesting candidate for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see how he is behind the desk before deciding.
Yeah, definitely.
Personally, I think they should do like each
Tryouts.
tryouts. Do like two episodes with each top candidate. See how they feel. See how the public feels about them.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely.
Next would be Jessica Williams.
And I don't know anything about her, so
She's I think she's a comedian.
I mean, I would assume they're all kind of comedians.
Oh yeah, they're all satirical
So-
comedians, but
She does like a little bit on the show, doesn't she?
I think she does. I think they all have had pop-ins of the show.
Yeah.
So like they've all been on the show. People who watch it like religiously have seen them.
Yeah.
And who religiously watch Comedy Central definitely know of every single one of these people. Except for, I have no idea who Joel McHale is. I have no idea. Yeah, I can't remember shit.
But the person above him is Amy Poehler, and I think she'd be interesting.
She'd be good.
Hell, he's the host of The Soup on E!
Never heard of it.
I think he's pretty funny, actually. It's more like a sarcastic, dry humor. But I think it's pretty funny.
See, I don't think that would work well with The Daily Show, to be honest.
You gotta
have the satire and the sarcasm, yes, but you also have to have the right delivery, you know, for
right, which
like
is exactly what they were saying. That if they were to choose him, they'd have to go in a totally different direction because it's not the same flow.
Yeah.
That's what King Kyle
Amy
said.
Poehler, though, I think she would be interesting. She's been in a lot of things. She's done SNL. She's done various comedies, like she was on Parks and Rec, for example.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen her like do some like stand-ups before, and she's good. But again, it's just one of the things. Like you gotta just throw them into action and see how they do.
One person I would love to see, and that's the next person on the list, is Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt.
I could see that.
I think he would be fantastic.
Yes.
As the host for The Daily Show.
Very funny guy.
He's fantastic, and he's very well informed, as the article says too. And he just has that right. It just feels so right, you know. I think he'd be a great addition and a great host.
I feel like there's many possibilities, but since this is the list we have here,
Ricky Gervais would be interesting, but I think it'd just be fucking crazy.
It would be crazy.
It would be.
Oh, we lost AP.
I thought I locked my door. Apparently I didn't.
There it is. But Ricky Gervais would be interesting, but it would just be insanity.
It would.
It's so controversial.
I don't know how.
Now, there was another list. It's not on this list, but Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. I don't know. I don't know. That'd be a good one.
Would be interesting.
With me, I just want to see him do like you said, 2 episodes and see how it runs. You know. I mean, the audience is who decides.
Yeah.
Let the audience decide, and also see how they feel behind the desk, how they present the show and stuff like that. You know.
Can they do well? Can they handle under pressure? That kind of shit. But moving on to like a list of stars. Here are 9 stars. You probably didn't know we're on Saturday Night Live, the SNL cast. Which, I mean, they just had their 40th anniversary. Was that 40th? Yeah.
Yes.
So that was pretty big.
And I'm even surprised by a couple people that were on this list. You have people like Billy Crystal, Robert Downey Jr., and Damon Wayans, and you have Anthony Michael Hall. You have Ben Stiller, which I kind of remember.
I remember Robert Downey.
I don't remember him too much, but then you have like Julia Louis-Dreyfus from. Most people know her from Seinfeld.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's of course a ton of people that have been on the show, but it's just like, are they reoccurring enough to really get like built into your memory?
Yeah, then you have like Sarah Silverman and Gilbert Gottfried. I love Gilbert Gottfried.
I do not like him. Just something about him, just cringeworthy, you know.
It's kind of the comedy that he does, though.
He does, and he fits that role, and like
he does it so well. Though.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it just hey, let's watch some Gilbert Godfrey. It's just like, no, let's not just watch that. There has to be a reasoning behind this. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good. It's all good though. And still staying on the SNL topic, the best and the worst SNL 40th anniversary special, and I assume that's relating to the actual special itself. What was the best?
Yes.
The highlights and the downpours of it.
They actually played a bunch of clips from older SNL shows, and while also doing new ones with old actors and stuff like that.
I love the Jim Carrey one.
It certainly has its high moments and its low moments.
For sure.
I'm not gonna lie, but
that's like every show.
The Weekend Update brought back a whole bunch of people like Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, and Jane Curtin, while also bringing Emma Stone and Ed Norton, and it's interesting. It's very funny.
I mean, overall, SNL is it always brings a good time, some chuckles here and there. So
Bill Murray did a very, I agree here, in memoriam. Bill Murray took us through a poignant look back at former SNL cast and crew members who are no longer with us. It was a concise, well-done segment that even made room for John Lovett's gag that had become a recurring joke throughout the evening.
I didn't even hear that gag. I guess I gotta go watch it.
But I mean, Chris Farley, he'll be missed. He was definitely a good one from the cast. Also, you have John Belushi, definitely,
for sure.
And various other ones, but yeah. moving on from there, we are going on to Bryan Singer teasing the way Apocalypse will look in the new X-Men.
The new X-Men. Chris, you here for this one? Okay. Really? You wanna intrigue us on this topic?
Let me get comfortable.
Okay.
It's cold. It's cold and flu season. It's understandable. Yeah. I've been getting a little raspy too at times. So.
What was the topic again?
It was the new X-Men look of Apocalypse.
Bryan Singer is teasing Apocalypse.
Yeah. So.
The look for Apocalypse.
Well, we don't know exactly what Apocalypse looks like. It's just concept art for items and vehicles in the movie. So we don't have a definite look.
Are you excited to hear Apocalypse in the new X-Men? Because, to be honest, I don't know who Apocalypse is. I'm not too well informed on the X-Men universe.
Well, he's an ancient Egyptian mutant. And he has the 4 horsemen to do his bidding.
Okay, and yeah, you said Wolverine was one of the horsemen. Okay.
Yeah, he becomes one of them.
If I had to guess Wolverine, let me guess war.
Yeah.
He seems like a war type to me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's been in every war, right? Or every war so far, from what I got with the origins.
Yeah, Wolverine is definitely a big player in the X-Men universe. So is Cyclops, actually, but that's...
I want more on Cyclops, actually.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Cyclops semi-focused movie, but you can't really have a Cyclops-focused movie because he's usually almost always with the X-Men, so...
Yeah.
It's easier to do a focused movie on a character who's known for going out on their own, like Wolverine. Speaking of going out on their own, last time we saw Jack Sparrow, he wasn't in the best of spots. Segway.
Nice segue.
Pirates of the Caribbean 5 Dead Men Tell No Tales has begun production in Australia, and I must say it's about damn time. How long has it been since the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
It's been
Anybody
a good
know
like
off the top of their head?
2 years or so.
It's been more than that. It's
no,
been like
more than that.
it's been at least 5 years.
5 years? What? I have been in a rock, I guess. What was the last one?
I'd say 2011.
Let's see.
Yeah, I have no idea, but what? 5 years? You gotta be kidding me! No way. I mean, are they bringing Jack back though?
Let's see. On Stranger Tides was released in
No,
2011.
They are bringing Jack back.
So you are right, sir. It was in 2011. So it's been 4 years since the last time we saw Captain Jack Sparrow.
Damn. Good series, but I hope they don't run into the
And it will
ground.
still be another 2 years, apparently, until we see him again, because it's scheduled for July 7th, 2017. We'll be seeing the return of Jack Sparrow and Barbossa.
Is the full cast returning?
Orlando Bloom's coming back.
Oh.
That'd be nice to see him come back. Is he still going to be the captain of the Flying Dutchman?
I don't know. I think it's gonna center around him and the relationship of his son.
Do I like cheese? Sorry, I didn't mean to read that out loud.
Okay.
Do we like cheese? I like cheese.
Yeah, he says, do you like cheese? What type, if you do?
Sheep's milk cheese is very good.
Sheep's milk cheese, that is
I've
a
never
good one.
had that.
very
It's been
creamy.
a while. I would assume so.
Goat's milk cheese is really good with crackers. It's very easily spreadable. It's usually a very soft cheese.
I mean, I've had
Sounds
goat's
very
milk.
fancy.
Yeah, it's extremely fancy.
Get like
What?
a wine glass.
Tux just made an interesting statement about Harry Potter, and we have news about that, or was that last
No.
week?
I don't think we had any news about Harry Potter last week, so I
Because
think
it's
this is
not
new for this week.
actually a Harry Potter movie, but it technically is because it takes place in the Harry Potter universe. Mystical Creatures and Where to Find Them, I believe it's called. It's the spin-off. It's a Harry Potter spin-off that's being made, and it started production recently.
I had not heard about this.
No, I haven't either. Wait, a spin-off Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Wait, something is smoldering in the backs of
The
my
light
brain.
bulb's going off.
No, it's flickering. It's not going off. If you can see the smoke. Oh, it's trying to. The cogs are turning. I feel like I've heard of this. I feel like I have.
We posted it in the news. I'm not sure if we actually talked about it in the podcast.
I don't think we actually talked about it. I feel like we just
No.
trimmed over it, maybe. But I have no idea. Oh, it's getting to me.
Yeah, last I heard that there
It's
was
called
something
Fantastic
similar.
Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Harry Potter?
So
Run
do
off?
we know anything else about it? Like,
It's being made into a movie. In 2013, Warner Brothers and Rowling announced that they are producing a film inspired by the book, being the first in a new trilogy.
Okay.
Rowling herself will be the screenwriter.
Yeah.
And let's see. Film adaptation. 2015, Heyman confirmed that they had been working with Rowling on the screenplay and previously wrote screenplays for 7 of the 8 Harry Potter films. Steve Kloves previously wrote the screenplays for 8 of the Harry Potter films. 7 of the 8.
Hey, guys.
So,
Hey.
there's that.
So we got a question here.
Yes.
Have you seen American Sniper, and what's your rating of it? So
We're going to talk about that later.
Okay, so we do have information on that later?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that later.
Later podcast or today podcast?
Today podcast.
Today podcast.
Alright, so there you go, guys. We'll be talking about it later, so stay tuned.
Here's an interesting one. Something I agree with, AP agrees with, and Chris agrees with. Fans petition to have Scarlett Johansson removed as star of Ghost in the Shell movie, stating that Hollywood should stop whitewashing Asian roles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, stop doing this stuff. Like, they're making the, it's a new movie of, think, come on, a person. Attack on Titan. Okay, so they're making this new movie. Everyone in it is Asian. And the way it's looking so far, they're souping it up. It's looking legit. I think it was like
That's pretty cool.
sometime last year they just announced like some leading characters that they casted, and it's looking cool. It's looking like the thing. It's not looking like some crappy Goku that's just found some sweatpants that were so happen to be orange. Just that whole movie, that whole Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah, I saw the trailers for that, and I was like, no. I'm not going to see that. That's going to absolutely suck. And hey, guess what? I was right.
Yeah, you were right. And I wasted an hour or so watching that. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Do we talk about The Walking Dead? If there's significant news about it, yeah, we talk about it. We might actually start doing TV reviews in future episodes, which we might... Walking Dead will probably be part of.
Especially now that it's a really ongoing season. Yeah, I mean, how many seasons are they on now? 5, 6?
5.
I think, yeah, we're on season 5, I believe.
Yeah,
yes.
I stopped after like 3, so...
I am a season and a half behind.
Yeah, like I said, I'm more anime than anything. I'm your anime guy. But...
What time is it here? It is 10 o'clock here,
10:30.
where me and AP live. 10:30, yeah. And that would make it 7:30 where Ash and Bearded One live.
So...
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too
Tux
late.
Tux Queen, if you didn't know, The Walking Dead is actually based on a comic book series. So if Rick hasn't died in the comic, chances are he ain't gonna die in this TV series.
Alright, now I gotta go lock my door again.
Yeah, Rick can't die. Everyone dies but Rick.
Oh, it's rowdy out there. It is rowdy. Oh my god.
So moving on from the whitewashing of Asian actors to Neil Blomkamp is going to direct the next Alien movie. And I know Chris has something to say about this because he's a big fan of the Alien franchise as a whole.
Ridley Scott, he directed the Prometheus movie, which was outstanding.
Prometheus.
This Neil Blomkamp movie
Lucy
will
here
not come out until after Ridley Scott has finished up the Prometheus sequel. So we probably won't see this Neil Blomkamp movie for quite some time.
I mean, I haven't even seen any of the Alien franchise, so I don't even know how this is gonna play out. So I'm just out of this loop here, unfortunately. I mean, are you all fans of the Alien franchise?
Yeah, I mean, they were pretty good.
It's definitely an interesting franchise. I mean, I haven't watched the movies in a long time. I think the last movie I saw was the first Alien vs. Predator, and that was years ago itself, so.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. I think they're definitely worth the watch. They're maybe a little bit ahead of their time, so which makes them still enjoyable now, I think.
Alright, can I get off topic one more time?
Go for it.
So we got a knock-knock joke here, and I personally don't get it. So it goes, knock knock.
Who's there?
Howie.
Howie who?
How we gonna dig up these bodies? Never mind.
That's pretty funny. How are we gonna dig up these bodies?
I got it.
I think the reaction was what made it great.
See, and while I was typing to the, like, I was typing it out, and I'm just like, how? Like, I'm trying to like sound it out, like.
Farting.
I didn't get it.
Thank you for the follow, Tux. Just letting you know we do this every Friday, so stay tuned every Friday if you're interested.
And be sure to click that multi-Twitch link up in the descriptions.
Definitely click that so you can go to all of our streams. That's weird. Yeah, it's weird, but it gets your attention, right? I love it. For y'all that don't know, my alert system, it goes.
I see that. It's Link.
No, the sound, it goes, farting.
Yeah, I heard that when I watched your video from last week.
I love it. Tell them your name.
Don't
I
read
can't.
That out.
I can't read that out on air. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. If you want to click that follow button to get your name viewed on the stream, you can be more than welcome to do that. But just saying.
Blackmailing your viewers.
Your brother's so fat he sat on a Nintendo GameCube and turned it into a Nintendo Game Boy.
Oh,
I don't have a brother, I have a sister, so I take offense to that.
Let's move on to some Suicide Squad news, shall we?
Alright, we are good with that.
We have two things here. Why Will Smith hasn't read the Suicide Squad script, and the actress playing Enchantress is seeing a psychotherapist to prepare for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
These are both very interesting.
To be honest, who is Will Smith gonna play in Suicide Squad?
Deadshot.
Deadshot. See, these things slip my mind. I'm just. I knew that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jared Leto is playing Joker. The wife from the movie The Wolf on Wall Street, she's playing Harley Quinn.
Okay, yeah.
It's gonna be interesting with those two involved, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How's it going, Mr. J?
Mr. J? Oh, I'm sorry. It's getting rowdy out here.
Here.
Oh yeah.
What did I tell you? The rowdiness is real. Alright, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch Suicide Squad. It's definitely on my to-do list once it comes out. I love superhero movies. Doesn't matter what it is, I'll watch it. So, Hanyou, you can suck Amazing Spider-Man's balls. Because that was a good movie. Good cinematic
I'll
shit.
watch it eventually, I just don't want to.
You are disgusting. It was awesome with the graphics and the kind of shit going on. It was right. Okay.
All right. Any opinions or anything really to talk about with those two?
What's she doing with the psychotherapist?
She's
It's
playing.
it's almost like Heath Ledger when he got prepping for his role as the Joker. He
okay.
himself.
It's in preparation for playing a schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Enchantress is a schizophrenic character, so she's visiting a psychotherapist to find out how she should act. In other words, to play this character.
Okay.
That's gotta be intense.
The Enchantress has a very interesting nickname, for those of you who don't know. She's known as the Switcheroo Witcheroo.
Switcheroo.
Because she switches between being a good guy and a bad guy. That's why. Which I'm guessing has to do with her being schizophrenic.
Probably.
Yes.
Most likely. But moving away from the Superverse, let's move on to the Jedi-verse, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is more of a rumor piece than anything, but for those of you who don't want to know this, plug your ears.
Yeah.
I'll show Powerade when we're done. So this is, for those of you who don't know, it's this is why Star Wars 7 definitely needs to kill this character off. And for those of you who don't know, it's no real. I mean, let's face it, Han Solo. A lot of people, including the person who played him, thought he should have died at the end of Episode 6, the Revenge of the Sith, right?
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Revenge of the Sith is the second one. Yes. It's been a while, okay?
Revenge of the Sith is Episode 3.
Okay. Well, hey,
I should slap you in the face.
Yes, you should, but moving on. Anyway, Han Solo should have died. He thinks Han Solo should have died, and it turns out he might actually be getting his wish, because Han Solo might actually end up getting killed in Star Wars Episode 7. Opinions?
Question.
Every time I raise my hand, it's gonna be off-topic related. So Tux wants to ask Ashley what is behind you, real fast.
Oh, it's my little collection. I can't really see. You have to zoom in, but we can't do that. I've got what's back there? Batman, Harley Quinn, lots of pop figurines. Just my little collection. And I also have my walls like classic Mario.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
That. Yeah, it goes all along the back of my wall. It's pretty good.
But along the lines of killing these characters off, I don't know. They'll be missed, but if it's all necessary for better story and better progression in the universe, the Force will be balanced.
Here's where this whole thing comes from. Reportedly, Han confronts the Dark Jedi Kylo Ren in a mission on the ramparts of the evil castle. Han, probably in repertory form as a smooth talker, distracts Ren long enough before he is silenced forever. The act apparently allows a traumatized Finn, Rey, Chewbacca, and BB-8 to flee a predicament that surely has them outnumbered.
Okay, cool. Wait, no, I'm sorry, y'all can hear that. I know you. I'm gonna mute my mic for a little. Oh wait. Okay, stop. Never mind.
All right.
But I'm gonna try.
Done with the sacrifice.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. They're literally right behind this wall, like right here. They're just.
They know you're recording. They're just fucking with you at this point, I think.
Literally, I bet they do. I mean, I've had last stream that one guy came in because someone else was like, "Hey, no one's recording. Go fuck with them." I'm like, what? Whatever, but this is worse than someone just standing behind me, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, Tux says he doesn't really like Han Solo. I think he is a bad actor. Oh, you just think
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford is a bad actor?
Yeah, so not like the character.
Yeah, we're talking about characters. But I like Harrison Ford. It's pretty good.
Alright, for those of you with your plugged ears, Powerade.
Yeah, Powerade. So everyone can come back
moving
now.
on, for those of you who brought up the American Sniper thing, the 2015 Oscars Best Picture Movie Review
Who
Roundup.
brought up that? Let me see.
And these are nominees for Best Picture in the Oscars.
Green Weasel.
And I gotta admit, I'm pissed.
Green Weasel, this is what you're interested in.
American Sniper's overhyped shit. I'm just gonna come out and say that right now. Because it's based off the very exaggerated claims of American Sniper Chris Kyle, who is a known... He's... jeez. I do not like this guy.
He's arrogant, he's full of himself.
He's arrogant, full of himself, he's a hate monger, and he's extremely racist towards Muslims.
The more you know.
Which is why at first I wanted to see the movie, and then I started hearing stories. It's like, I'm not gonna see it.
IGN even gave the movie a 5.7 out of 10. And last I heard, the Oscars were for good movies. The best
Yeah.
good movies of the year. Not just because it made a shit ton of money in the box office. This ain't People's Choice Awards. This is the Oscars. And this does not even belong on the list. Selma belongs on this list more than American
Selma
Sniper.
was a good movie. I actually enjoyed watching that. I fell asleep to it, but I enjoyed watching it. It was just towards the end. Long day.
Interstellar deserves to be on that.
Interstellar definitely deserves to be on
yeah.
the list. Interstellar was an
I'm
incredible
surprised
movie.
it didn't make the list. Like, out of all of them, like, really?
But there's 2 movies that scored below a 6.5 on this from IGN on this list. And what?
What?
Again, like I said, I thought the Oscars were for the best movies of the year, not pandering to people just because it's artsy or just because somebody died. American Sniper.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's people want it changed, but right now there's nothing we can really do about it. We just gotta sit back and take it up the ass. But
For lack of better words.
It's a guy.
Yeah.
It's about a guy who was like a superhero to the U.S. Yeah, right. You realize half his kills were innocent people.
America.
A lot of the people he killed were innocent people. He just killed them because they were Muslim.
it's a very controversial topic. I mean, he did a lot of stuff that in time of war might have been okay, but for civvies to look upon this,
It was
like,
very exaggerated. All these
Yeah.
claims, and it's just.
and he took pride over everything, like even like something you shouldn't pride yourself of. So I mean that's not good. I mean you should you should not be like, yeah, I killed this many people. You should be like, I mean, yeah, you took the lives of people. Okay. Italian. You can hear that, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we respect everyone's opinion. We're not saying anything is wrong. I have not seen it. I've only been researching.
I haven't seen it either, and I do not plan on seeing it.
I don't plan on seeing it
Just
either.
because of the reputation of the person it's based on.
But any good war movie that has a little historic background, like real life shit, it usually turns out good.
Go
Like,
see Black Hawk Down or go see Saving Private Ryan.
Great
They're
movie.
They're
Great
better movies
movie.
anyway.
I actually read the book of The Lone Survivor. That was a beautiful book. They did leave out quite a chunk of stuff from the movie, but still the movie was top. It was top notch. I like that opinion. Sorry, this guy. Yeah, no, I mean, it's all good here. It's all good in the neighborhood. But let's make this transition into this scientific universe, right?
Oh, we were talking about Interstellar, and hey, Virgin Galactic.
Yes.
Virgin Galactic's opening a new LA facility for satellite launching craft.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, who doesn't want to visit space with an airplane and shit?
This, however, is more focused on being able to launch satellites on the cheap. Instead of average about $57 million to put a satellite into orbit, they're saying it would cost them about $10 million.
Yeah. I mean,
That's big savings.
that is, and
That's very, very big savings.
that's pretty much what we've gotten up to now. Is the whole like, what can we do cheaper? You know.
But at the same time, it's gotten cheaper because technology's gotten better and technology's gotten cheaper
Yeah,
to
exactly.
produce and make and stuff like that, you know?
And Virgin Galactic, the ones who are putting this on, suffered a serious setback last fall when Spaceship Two crashed in California's Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
So they're hoping that this will make it a lot more efficient, and take that risk factor out.
Sorry, I'm distracted. This guy was talking about entertainment. He said, watch Unbroken. So I guess let's take a step back real fast. Unbroken, have you all seen that movie? I believe it is
so.
about a runner during a
I've
time of
heard
war.
of it.
I'm looking at IMDb right now, and I mean, it looks like a good movie. I actually want to see it just because I feel like I might be able to. Yeah, it looks like Time of War.
Yeah, I have heard about this. I heard it was actually a really good movie, too.
Yeah. I'd be interested. I like the older kind of movies, so
Well, this was released last year.
No, but like the time
older
period.
wars,
Yeah,
yes.
there we go. But yeah, okay.
And we are going on to the FDA is hiding scientific fraud, and you should be pissed.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is pretty big.
FDA. Hiding fraud. Oh, it's gonna get rowdy. I'm sorry.
Hashtag it's going to be rowdy. It's going to get rowdy.
Getting rowdy. So basically what this article is stating is that the FDA, there's a lot of undocumented things that happen, and it's anything from, what was it saying, falsifications, what else is there? One sec.
Falsification or submission of false information, problems with adverse events reporting, protocol violations, inadequate or inaccurate record keeping, failure to protect the safety of patients, and or issues with oversight and informed consent, among other violations.
Yes. And they're saying that this happens because the FDA has no systematic method of communicating these findings to the scientific community. So that means us as people, no matter what it pertains to, we're not going to know about it.
Thank you for the follow, man.
And that's pretty big, considering the FDA is the agency tasked with protecting public health.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like
and,
drugs,
there is something we will be talking about later on that same subject.
When anyone finds out someone's hiding fraud, it's definitely like...
Especially when it's a government agency.
Yeah, everyone just like... I mean, they should banter it and whatnot, but it's terrible. Why do you need to hide this?
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
The next subject, we're back in space. We're talking about supernovas. This supernova could change everything we know about how stars explode, and then after the fact, the remnants of an exploding star are beautiful outer space chaos.
They are beautiful. I love galaxy photos and whatnot.
It's gorgeous.
It is, absolutely. But going with the supernovas, those are when a star explodes, and this is it's talking about like I don't know. I guess we had one explode recently.
Yes.
And
this is the aftermath of an exploding star, G299 by name.
Yeah.
And it's undoubtedly beautiful.
And I mean, it literally gives you a whole Roy G. Biv rainbow shit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So they're definitely getting the background music in the stream. we got a hashtag. I'm sorry. I can't stress how much I'm telling you, they wanted to get rowdy tonight. I knew it was gonna be a bad night. But yeah, these stars are absolutely beautiful with the aftermath. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but background worthy.
It sucks if you're on a planet orbiting that star. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome for us.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's beautiful. You see little creatures.
Hashtag background music. Hashtag don't stop believing.
Right? Believe that.
Hey, it's Journey. You have to sing along to Journey.
I can't.
My goodness.
I'm telling you, the rowdiness is real. Hashtag getting rowdy from MRG host gamer 12.
Yeah, you feel it.
He's on point with the hashtags right now. Let me just say that.
Yeah, he is. Moving on to global warming news. Mega droughts will severely threaten U.S. by 2100, and NASA warns this century could see crippling mega droughts.
Yas. Sucks for mega droughts. Oh my god, what would we do? I mean,
we're already seeing some pretty bad effects from these.
we are, and it
I mean, the last 7 years alone have seen water depletion so very, very bad specifically in the Southwest.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
in California. Hey, how's it going for you guys out there?
Pretty droughty.
Random wildfires and shit.
Yeah, pretty dry.
Yeah, so
We're seeing lakes dry up and rivers dry up, and
It's not
yeah,
good.
the Colorado River Basin, it provides 40 million Americans in 7 states with their water, and it's drying up. So it's a resource thing, like, it's not gonna have
you
any
guys will
water.
start have to desalifying the ocean water if this keeps up.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, there's a lot
It's
of
possible. It's very hard to
Yes.
do, but it's possible.
it. Do it. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Just do it. It's always
But it's
like
not all fun and games. It affects the East Coast as well.
it does.
Yeah,
Not too much,
because
but
a melting
it does.
Arctic and weird weather, the plot thickens. This is more to do with the fact that as summers get hotter, winters are getting colder.
Yeah,
And
as you East Coast people, I'm sure, are feeling.
Oh yeah, we're getting a taste of those Arctic winds to be sure. And it's not, I don't like it. It's too damn cold.
I literally woke up this morning, and for California, it was cold. And I was like, oh, I'm freezing. I'm like, well, I guess at least I'm not on the East Coast, because you guys are really freezing.
We're getting slammed by Arctic winds. For those of you who don't know, think of the Earth like a living being. If anybody here has suffered a really bad burn, they should know that when your body's trying to heal that burn, you can get hypothermic because your body stops controlling your body temperature. And so you can actually get hypothermic while healing from a burn, if it's a bad enough burn.
It's very interesting.
Because your body stops regulating regulating body temperature and instead focuses its energy on healing the burn. So basically, we're feeling the cold because the Earth's trying to focus on healing taking all this damage that we're doing to it and trying to fix itself.
And it's nothing new, but the big culprit is carbon emissions.
Yeah. Global warming is real, people.
yes.
TH. But Mother Nature isn't all bad. Artificial proteins could bring the next biological revolution, starting with the MRI.
Yeah.
This article is actually, it's really
Oh my god!
Yeah, this, I don't think we can go into a lot of detail here, but it is very interesting.
It would be like
story.
a chemistry lesson.
Yeah. It's definitely a very interesting story, to be sure, because it's big news. I don't really know how to explain it better than that. This is really big news.
I guess a little bit of the gist of it is proteins are responsible for the key processes in life, such as breathing for humans, plants, photosynthesis. They perform functions such as transferring electrons or breaking chemical bonds, and we've found ways to manipulate that through science. And the different proteins, such as like on our table of elements, just toying with the different elements and their different results, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been replying to posts.
I see that.
Yeah. Which link are we on so I can link it? Is it the artificial protein? Okay, good. I was right. Okay. Sorry about missing that. They are going crazy next door. I hope they do something, but that doesn't seem like it's going to settle down anytime soon. So, I can't stress it anymore. I'm sorry.
Here's a bit of a big one. This week marked the 25th anniversary for the pale blue dot photograph. For those of you who don't know, this is a famous photograph taken by Voyager 1 back, well, 25 years ago. It's our planet, 6 billion kilometers away, basically near the right past Pluto, looking back at us, I believe.
It's pretty crazy. It puts a lot of things into perspective if you look at it.
And it's also the point of a very, very interesting speech written by Carl Sagan, which I'm going to read. I'll try to make it a bit quick, though. That being said, I will share the link first, then I will begin reading.
Wow, I can actually hear it echoing. Sorry.
Alright, and for those of you who don't know, Carl Sagan is a very, very famous and very... He is probably one of the best physicists in the last century. And best astrologers in the last century. Best scientists. Definitely. Along the lines of Albert Einstein, of course. And Tesla and Edison.
He's very good at what he does.
Yes.
So, on TV show.
The speech goes, from this distant vantage point, the Earth may not seem of any particular interest, but for us, it's different. Consider again that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everything you love, everything you know, everything you have ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forger, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary master of a fraction of a dot. Think of the endless cruelties visited by the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of some other corner. How frequent their misunderstandings, how eager they are to kill one another, how fervent their hatreds, our posturings, our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe are challenged by this point of pale light. Our planet is a lonely speck in the giant enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate. Visit, yes. Settle, not yet. Like it or not, for the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand. It has been said that astronomy is a humbling and character-building experience. There is perhaps no other demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image of our tiny world. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known.
Good quote. Solid.
Well said.
Round of applause. Definitely enjoyed that.
Very humbling.
But yeah, it just seeing that picture just really makes you think, and that's really the impact it had on people 25 years ago when they first saw Earth from that outer spectrum. It was just like, we're nothing.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's called the little blue pale dot. Yeah. messed up on the name. But yeah, it's a little speck of nothing.
A mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam.
Yes.
Very poetically put.
Our next topic goes back to what we were talking about earlier about the FDA approving things that aren't necessarily good for you. Genetically modified apples that don't turn brown have been approved for growing in the United States.
Developed by a small Canadian biotech firm called Okanagan Specialty Fruits. They will be available in Granny Smith and Golden Delicious. So basically these fruits don't turn brown, they don't bruise. Thoughts and opinions?
I'm not sure how they've been modified, if they've been modified similar to the GM corn that's been growing by Monsanto. But
For our viewers, enlighten on that story.
Monsanto made genetically modified corn and wheat, which has been approved for growing in the United States by the FDA, and has since been proven to cause multiple diseases and multiple health problems, and has still yet to have its rights revoked, which it has been banned from being grown in multiple countries, including the United Kingdom. And let's be honest, it's a bit of a conflict of interest, I believe, because most people don't know this, but one of the Supreme Court judges was actually a lawyer for Monsanto. And also the current head of the FDA is the former president of Monsanto Corporation. So if you ask me, that's a bit of a conflict of interest. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah.
They should not be able to push things forward from their past corporations, especially considering what's been found out about those genetically modified food objects.
Yeah, so basically what they did is they manipulated the apple's DNA so that way it doesn't turn brown. It will still rot, but it won't turn brown from slicing, which is when you slice an apple, it introduces oxygen, and the oxygen is what makes it...
Which oxygenates the flesh, which makes it turn brown.
Exactly. I'm not on board with this.
Neither am I.
Okay with the whole manipulation of DNA and I guess just Mother Nature in general. Like, let's just let things be the way they are.
And there are certain things which I mean, if you can do it and it won't fuck with us, I'm all for it, but it was later proven that
really
genetically modified corn and wheat was bad for us. And yet we're still growing it.
A lot of subs. People off of this.
Yeah,
so
way to go, biased
they
FDA.
Can totally hear everything.
Well, it's from all their
loud.
misreports or whatever. They're not reporting on these bad things. They're just like, oh yeah, if you say it's good, it's good. We're on board.
Alright, I'm sorry about that.
No problem. Moving on to one of the big stories of the week, which has been touched on by multiple news sources, and also it's just been talked about all week. The mysterious Martian plumes that defy explanation.
The funny plumes, yes.
The dust clouds or regular clouds or whatever it is that's erupted out of the Martian surface.
Maybe volcanic, you said?
I believe that, considering the low atmosphere that's on the Martian surface, wouldn't it be possible for like a supervolcano type situation to blast the dust up that far? I mean, for the articles I've read, there's no one's thought of this, it seems like, or they just haven't mentioned it at the very least. They've mentioned stuff like, is it a cloud, or is it this, or is it that, but nobody really thought about, hey, you know what, planets are volcanic. Maybe it's a volcano eruption.
I mean, maybe, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, volcanoes have been known to spew...
Mars, we don't know much.
Under our regular atmospheric conditions, volcanoes spew ash and dust and stuff miles into the air, and I mean, couldn't it be possible that under lower atmospheric conditions that it would spew them even higher and even more miles into the air?
I mean, it might.
True, but I would just assume that if it was volcanoes have been erupting forever. Like, wouldn't have happened before.
Well, well, that's why I'm proposing maybe it's like a super volcano as compared to a regular volcano. Or maybe just volcanic eruptions are extremely rare on Mars. We have no idea.
True.
Even with like the low atmosphere, it's also like less. Like we have like how many layers? 4, 5, 7? I don't know. Where I'm pretty sure Mars only has like 2 or 3.
And they're very low atmospheres too.
So
they don't have anywhere near the atmospheric pressure we have.
With like a projectile coming out, I feel like it would be easy for it to go out and then drift. You know, it'd be very easy for a super volcano to be able to, you know, scientific gestures.
I think more remarkably, not just the plumes themselves, but the fact that they rapidly change shape. Like, what is causing them to change shape?
The volcano could have been consistently erupting during the time that they were taking the pictures, if we are talking the possibility that it was a volcano.
Right, yeah. It's up in the air at this moment now, isn't it?
Literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just too much we don't know. Oh, I didn't link this one. Sorry about that, guys. That's also related. And then
it said the massive clouds erupted 260 kilometers into the Martian atmosphere.
Yeah, which is hella much. I mean,
Which,
they make
for those of you...
They make a good dent on the side of the planet.
For those of you who don't know, that is 161.5 miles. For those of you in America and England who don't use kilometers.
Doesn't England use kilometers? I'm pretty sure they do.
England, that's where we get the imperial system from.
What?
That's where we get feet and stuff like that. They use miles.
I thought we were just the only ones.
Yeah,
no, we got ours from the United Kingdom.
I feel like that is... I don't know, we'll have to look this up. Let me lock that.
Anyway, moving on to the next subject, which is the giant fireball over Pittsburgh, which turned out to be a 500-pound meteor.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just seeing that?
I can imagine the reactions of the people who actually did see that.
Like,
yeah, sunglasses much.
It says the fireball was traveling at a speed of 45,000 miles per hour when it passed by Pittsburgh.
It's crazy.
And they're saying that meteorites from the rock may be scattered on the ground outside Kittanning. I have no idea if I said that right, Pennsylvania.
Probably not. I get shit mixed up all the time. You do a better job than me, though. So.
I try. It's Kittanning, Pennsylvania.
But, I mean, why can't I get a fireball or something here? Come on. Give me a little something in the Mideast.
Be careful what you wish for.
Hey, no contact. Just little grays, you know. Over the horizon. I mean, a lot of it's just some countryside farms and shit, so, I mean, it really doesn't matter.
It would be so bad if it hit here, like...
Yeah.
But
good old Southern Cali, LA.
It's all cities and shit. It's an urban environment.
Yeah, I can imagine a meteor strike there. That would be devastating. And on to the next subject, which would be good news for diabetics. Scientists finally discover insulin-suppressing hormone.
Yeah, tell your friends that are diabetic, because that would be awesome.
My dad's actually diabetic, but...
I have a neighbor. I don't know too many diabetics.
There's a lot of people that have been... that are either born diabetic or have become diabetic in recent years, I found out.
Yes.
I mean,
that's really interesting because now that we know what's causing it, we actually can find a way to circumvent that and prevent that, which means we might actually find a cure, an actual cure Maybe even a vaccination for diabetes, which means nobody will have diabetes anymore.
Hopefully. I mean, yeah,
That'd
I
be sweet.
guess it is one of the things we do need to cure, but our medical research has definitely been plateauing for a while. We need a good disease to cure, you know, something big.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see diabetes as too significant.
Because it's
but
controllable. That's the thing.
It is, but it's still a lot of people
have it. A lot of people have it. People, I don't know, use insulin a lot. I kind of don't know what I'm trying to say here, but it's there, it's present, but is it a huge threat that it's on like the most wanted list? No, it's not. But I mean, still making these scientific breakthroughs is good. If it's just one more thing off the list that we don't have to worry about as a human race, I mean, that's all we want, really.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely can be a huge threat, though. I mean, for mostly older people, it can create dire effects.
For sure. But, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I have to cut my appearance short. I have to get off.
Okay.
We're nearing the bonus round anyway, but
yeah.
You will be missed, and we will see you on next week's episode.
Yeah.
All
So,
right,
I'll see you
take care,
later,
guys.
bud.
Farewell.
Good night to the bearded one.
Yes, the bearded one is off. And if only I had an offline, which I'm going to hook that up right now. He's going to get a cool one. Save. Sorry, I'm doing this last minute. Let's bring up the next shit.
And that just knocked
Yep,
my...
it did to me also. Apologize to the viewers. Give us a couple
Put up a
seconds.
little overlay real quick.
Yeah, let me get...
Nah, can't do that, because I need to...
Oh, I can't even do that. I have to be able to watch what I'm doing.
Yeah, me too.
So...
Uno momento, por favor.
Yeah. Okay, fixed Ash. Oh. And...
He just had to do that, didn't he?
Yeah. Alright, fixed you and beard. Browse. There we go. Edit scene. There we go. Okay, I'm good. So what we're moving on to the bonus round? Is that what you said? Or
close.
Uncategorized.
Yeah, we have one more science topic.
Oh, I missed that
Finding
one.
a star to call home. So what type of star or planet is can we situate? I'm all tripping on my words. What
Shit.
kind of a star or planet can we call home? What's inhabitable?
I don't even know, man. I'm not an astronomer, so I can't tell you. Some with water, definitely good.
For sure, we need water, and
Oxygen.
I think that's what we've. Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Yeah.
But even creating domes, as long as the planet can create water, I feel like we as humans
Like
can
resources.
we can find a way to create oxygen-rich environments for ourselves and whatnot. I mean, just water is the basis of humanity. That's how we came to. That's what we're 80% water as it is. So
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
Yeah, so according to researchers, there may be oh my god, I can't speak. There may already be as many as 29 potential habitable planets currently known. And it just goes into
that's
like
cool.
the different kind of classifications and whatnot. But
yeah, I mean, oh, okay, sorry, just kind of did. Yeah, you don't want to know. No, yeah, I mean, if we're getting into this stuff again, it feels like we're getting to the whole like find another planet thing again. I mean, it's definitely awesome. I would love to see where we go with it, but again,
It's not going to
like,
happen for a couple hundred
Yeah,
years.
it's not going to happen for a while, but when the time comes, let's.
And we're not going to be leaving our star system for at least another 100, 200 years.
Yeah,
We
no.
will, however, be founding a colony on Mars. That's later, though.
Yeah, shh, hush, hush. So let's go to the uncategorized stuff. So for all the people out there with tattoos and don't like them because they're drunken mistakes of sorts, here's your solution.
or if you have someone's name tattooed on you somewhere that you want to
Oh
get
my
rid
god,
of.
that's like the #1 do not do. Like #1 rule, no names.
Yeah.
How about Super Bowl victories that didn't happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
How about those? You know.
No.
So many every year. It happens, and every year, same reaction. That guy's an idiot. Why did he do that? And everybody says it too, because everyone finds the pictures. They're like, "Look at this stupid guy." It's like
exactly.
So
But I mean, it's
researchers have
exciting,
announced a tattoo removal cream is in the works.
I like the gift.
Yeah, not only for mistakes, but I mean, if you just want to try it out and you're like, you know, it was cool for a little while, and then you get something different, and you don't have to.
I'd make sure the cream works first.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously.
Apply after beta.
Yeah. This is all the fake.
So
But I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I have myself. How many do I have? Like 12, I think.
wow, that's a lot.
Any you're willing to
For me.
show on air?
Probably not.
The only ones you can really see. Hold on, let me see my camera just so I know what I'm showing you. But like up here, I have like 1, 2. I have these are both flowers, and there's another one. I have like more on the top of my back, whatever. But yeah, I just think it's. I don't know. I would use it.
No.
It's cool.
All my
It's definitely
tattoos are gonna be nerd related, but my dad made a deal. I made a deal with my dad. He said if I wanted to go to college and whatnot, I can't get tattoos till after I'm out of the house. So it's a good deal. Get college for free.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
So, Sao Paulo, one of the richest countries in South America, specifically in Brazil, is running so low on water, people might be warned to flee.
This is insane.
One of the biggest and one of the richest cities in South America.
They're in the Amazon. They have the rivers. Like, there's water resources right there, which is why it's so insane.
I think it's more of an overpopulation issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you've seen pictures and stuff of the favelas in Sao Paulo and all the other things,
it is huge. It is.
It is.
They build up.
It's a huge city.
Yeah, so right now they're rationed for water 1 to 2 days a week. I couldn't live.
Nah. I mean, I go through like 6 of these things a day.
Right?
I mean, it's not right.
Powerade.
Shut up.
That's probably going to be California's future, though, so I shouldn't really knock on wood.
Yeah, I mean, with the droughts that we mentioned earlier. So,
We should just take all of the ice that's right now over by you guys and then just, ship it over here.
We don't have any ice. I live in Kentucky. We got cow pies right here.
Well, the rest of the East Coast, it's like frozen over right now.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone's got, like,
Ship all the
I did have a
snow
week
and
of
stuff.
snow days, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of, like I said.
Melt down all the snow, boil it, filter it, and ship it out west.
There you go.
True. But on the more trippy side of this, beginner's guide to doing drugs in the outdoors.
Disclaimer. We do not advocate drug use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't.
No.
Oh, we don't. Yeah.
Hey.
No.
We do not advocate the use of recreational drugs.
Kids, don't do drugs. They're bad for you. Don't. They're stupid. Stop it. Don't. Oh.
That being said, if you're gonna do drugs, do natural shit.
Yeah. Anything synthesized, you're doing stupid shit. Like, that is legit stupid shit.
That means no cocaine, no heroin, no meth, people.
Yeah. You can literally die off that shit. I mean, you can die off anything, but you're more greater to die off that hardcore synthesized
And no ecstasy.
shit. Oh my god. I don't get it. Why do people... It's like, oh yeah, started with a little blonde, and the next thing they're doing, they're just needles and arms. Just like,
I don't get people who do that. That's just...
No.
That's just messed up.
Like,
But with
every
this
time I
beginner's
wanna
guide,
go to
I'm just saying, with this beginner's guide, they go over marijuana, mushrooms, little LSD, DMT. I don't even know what
It's mostly the
DMT is.
hallucinogenic stuff, which honestly, if you're going to be doing stuff, it's not that not that bad. It's not gonna ruin your life.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's got MDMA, Pitoni or
Peyote.
I can't read. Okay, I don't know what this shit is. And I really want to try that word. But yeah,
ayahuasca.
Yeah,
ayahuasca.
It's a lot of natural shit.
Yeah.
So like we're saying, we don't want you to do drugs, but
if you are, don't do something that's gonna wreck your life.
Yeah, because doing something natural won't fuck your shit up. Like, you won't be addicted to like that.
You might trip balls for a couple hours, but other than that, you won't get addicted. You're 90% likely to not get addicted to it. If you have an addictive personality,
you're more likely to.
You get addicted to eating pencils. But
you guys got a favorite drug? I'm gonna say.
Was that a question?
Yeah. This person asks, you guys got a favorite drug? Question mark.
Is that something we should talk about?
I'm gonna say no. We're not.
I say we're not gonna say
no,
that.
We do not condone the uses of drugs. We do not encourage it whatsoever. But we're just saying, if you were to do any, keep it natural. Keep it natural. Because we want everyone to be safe, and we don't want anything to happen. So that's all we're gonna say. Short topic. Done. Moving on. What's the next one? UMass
lifts ban on Iranian students in science and engineering. This is pretty big.
Yeah. What was the ban again? I'm sorry. I know I asked this already.
Ban in science and engineering.
Fuck, I just linked the same thing twice.
There was a troubling policy at University of Massachusetts of Amherst that banned Iranian nationals from enrolling as graduate students in several engineering and natural science programs.
I feel like this is just totally...
It's kind of bullshit.
However, after much uproar and protest, they have backed down and will admit Iranian students again.
I mean,
that's ridiculous.
It's America. Come on. Come on, freedom of everything.
Yeah, that sums it up again.
But then again, it's America and we're stupid, so... I don't know. I don't get it.
We do silly things sometimes.
Very silly
I love
things.
how you call it silly. We're just so silly.
I mean, we're the newest country out of most of them, right? So
but I mean, come on, like, common sense, people.
Yeah.
But you gotta think, people don't use common sense anymore. People don't do that. It's just not a thing.
That's true.
We've never done that. Common sense is not so common.
When was the last time you walked out on the street and be like, robbing that girl was common sense? Yeah, good job. You know, just...
When was the last time you crossed the street after looking both ways?
Every day, actually.
Yeah, every day, every time.
There are some people who walk out and without looking, though.
Yeah, and they're like, "Why the fuck you hit me with your car?" It's like, I had a green light.
Why did you slam on your brakes? Why did you swerve to avoid me?
Maybe that's natural selection.
And that's why I firmly believe they should take warning labels off of everything.
Yeah, just let the stupid people weed themselves out.
Oh, I got deodorant. I shouldn't eat it. What? I got a flammable substance. I shouldn't light this on fire.
It's always the opposite. I definitely need to light this on fire.
I mean...
Here's an interesting thing. Little Caesars has introduced a new bacon-wrapped pizza crust.
And I am hungry. Oh, lordy.
I want one of these. This is a new addition to their deep crust pizza, and it is $12.
Very deep and loads of meat.
Beautiful pizza. Beautiful. Absolutely awesome. Sorry. I want it. Oh. I just look at it. Amazing. What? Aw, shit. Connection problems. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a little 5-second break. Fuck. Shit. Let me recall. I apologize, guys. We're not done yet. We still got some shit to go over. Well, fuck. Come on, Ashley. Somebody answer. I apologize so much, guys. This is my bad. I'm totally gonna fake. Of course, I'm gonna take things. Full responsibility. Fuck. No. No. Somebody answer. Zachary. No. Zach. Hanyou. Oh, don't tell me. Am I gonna have to end the stream right here, right now? Fuck. So let's actually. I'm glad I have this. We're gonna go to. Nope. Gotta go to my webcam. Hey, I'm entertaining. Let's do that. Well, fuck, guys. I do terribly apologize at what's going on here. Why did my webcam? No, let's turn off window capture. Shit. So, I'm not getting anything. There. Add me to the call. Let me get this set up. Fuck. Hanyou. I'm just gonna call him. Hey, man.
And I'm back.
Yeah, yeah. Where do we have Ash?
No, you were supposed to add me to the group call.
I got kicked from the call. I didn't have a call.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole thing just got booped. So
Oh, shit.
let me add Ash, and then we will be back up in a second, guys. I do apologize. Right when we get a ton of viewers, you know.
I am going to steal your recording.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. It's,
Okay.
I'm just
Nah,
messing around.
mine was.
Uh,
My internet dropped out.
Say-
I'm not sure what happened to you guys.
yeah, that's what it said. It said connection problems for me, so I'm gonna throw on my. Okay, can't throw on my webcam. Trying to close all the programs that might be using your. Oh, I got a podcast. Let's now try webcam. There we go. Hanyou, you're back. Ashley, are you back?
Give me 1 second.
Oh, we just lost all of our viewers. Shit.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. So what happened when I went to the door? Because I came back and you all just,
We were talking about pizza.
yeah.
Pizza.
I went to the door and because we started that and then I got back and y'all were just like. So I was like, oh fuck, something happened.
Yep, we all just dropped from the call, and my internet cut out. And
Well,
Great.
okay. So do we want to go ahead and? Well, I gotta switch your regions because y'all are swapped. Ashley is in Hanyou's spot and Hanyou is in Ashley's spot. So give me a second. Let's load up the next topic, if you will.
are you still broadcasting?
Oh, I've been broadcasting. Yeah,
All right.
I never stop. There we go. We're 100% back.
Yay.
The massive. Are we going to go to straight into the cargo?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So who wants to kick that one off for me? I'm still kind of.
All right. So there are 29 massive cargo ships trapped at U.S. ports due to a strike that's currently going on right now, which is costing people $2 billion a day.
That's a ton of money. I'm sorry, I didn't read this article. So we got a.
Yesterday,
cargo
the
strike?
CEO of the National Association of Manufacturers said the situation is costing $2 billion a day.
That's done.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars, and that's for the whole company, right?
It's for multiple companies. Anybody has product that's going in, that's being exported and imported through those freighters.
Damn.
Says the dispute is between two parties, the International Longshore and Warehouse Union, which represents 20,000 dock workers, and the Pacific Maritime Association, which represents the shipping companies.
Yeah. That I don't even know. I mean, hopefully it's resolved soon. Hopefully we can get crates delivered. Because, I mean, we rely heavily on
My parents said the
international.
last time this happened was like late 90s, early 2000s, and the price of produce went up and a whole bunch of other stuff went up because some of those freighters are bringing produce up from South America.
Places where it's
and stuff
fresh.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, fresh.
Fresh produce and other stuff.
Yeah. But I feel like it's actually now necessary for us to go into the bonus round. Do we want to completely do that, or do we have any more topics we want to kind of cover that weren't really on this list?
I didn't find new news.
Bonus round.
Bonus round?
Binding of
Okay.
Isaac Afterbirth DLC has been announced. For those of you who play the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, new DLC, which adds over 100 items, I believe, to the game, and a lot, multiple over. It says the developer says it will extend gameplay time by up to another 200 hours.
That's hella time.
Yeah.
It includes 100 items, 10 challenges, and a new playable character.
It's good. I do enjoy watching people play the game, but I have never played the game myself. So the storyline itself is
There's not really
unclear
much
to
of a
me.
storyline. It's just a roguelike game that's fun to play.
RPG, top down, I assume.
Top down. It's very kind of like Smash TV.
I don't even know what Smash TV is, man.
Really?
Yeah, really.
That's an old game, but it's top down shooter, sort of shooter.
I got a picture in my head, and I don't know if it's.
But anyway, moving on.
But yeah, moving on.
The first trailer for Just Cause 3 reveals a holiday 2015 release date.
Yes, very excited for that one. The Just Cause series is pretty good. I know.
Yeah, I enjoyed Just Cause 2. You just go on there and cause some mayhem and chaos.
Grab a helicopter and fly around or some shit. Explode shit.
Yep.
Grapple.
The Pokemon's biggest threat, Yokai Watch, is one step closer to coming to America.
I still haven't looked up Yokai Watch. I want to watch it. But it's
Yokai Watch is a game franchise, fairly new, I guess, that is made by Level 5, who have made various games to a varying degree of success, but usually they play pretty well. Level 5, actually, didn't they do Scribblenauts?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
That's Scribblenauts. Sounds familiar, but I don't know it. Yeah, no, I can't say anything. Moving on.
Moving on.
What is it? Fuck. New world record for catching the original 151 Pokemon quickly. So, that is actually quite a feat. It's like 2 feet. It's so awesome. The original Pokemon, classic. I believe it was done on like the original game itself, not like
it was
Fire
catching
Red,
all
Blue,
of the Pokemon in red and blue. It comes in at 2 hours, 20 minutes, 19 seconds.
2 hours is how long it takes me to get to the Elite Four. Are you kidding me, man? But I mean, all they did was catch all the Pokemon. So, I mean, I guess I can see it, but they have to be able to travel to every single region and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's cool. Definitely cool in gaming realm if you're really into that kind of speedrunning shit.
Yeah.
Which, if you are, I would look up Games Done Quick. Is that correct? The speedrunning people that do for charity. So,
I think so.
okay. Awesome games done quick. That's what it is. All right. So moving on.
Mattel's new Viewmaster uses Google Cardboard VR.
All right.
This is interesting. I mean, Google Cardboard's not new. We heard about it a couple of years ago, but they just haven't done anything with it until now.
Yeah, so basically transforms flat photos into like 3D.
VR, augmented reality kind of thing. So, I mean, steps forward. Steps forward. Excited to see where it goes. And then, so for all the people out there with Windows phones, this next one will be related to you all, and very helpful to you all.
The best new Windows 10 phone features in 6 GIFs.
Yeah.
So if you're watching on Twitch, the link will be in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, check out our Facebook page.
Definitely.
But yeah, it adds quite a few interesting features that I'm excited to see come to smartphones.
Yeah. Which I would actually like to get my hands and play with a Windows phone. See how they handle. Because I'm sorry, I don't like Apple phones. Can't handle them.
I have an Android.
I have a Samsung.
Yeah.
So, and I assume by your quietness, Ash, you have an Apple.
I'm Apple all the way, so I'm just gonna sit here.
Does global warming mean more or less snow?
Yeah, we kind of touched on this a bit earlier. Global warming, hot and cold.
Yeah,
cold
depending
for
on where you
some people.
are.
Yeah, depends where you are.
So
cold for some people, hot for others.
Towards the poles, it's gonna be cold. Towards the equator, it's gonna be hot.
And there's no like middle ground. Either you're like really, really hot and you're in the drought, or you're like frozen over.
I mean, maybe the Canada border, maybe. I don't know. I like it in Kentucky. Kentucky's pretty good. I mean, it's bipolar shit. But moving on.
Kind of caught in the in between.
Yeah, I know, right? But one of the topics I kind of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Classic multiplayer mods combined. Modes combined. Yes.
So for people playing Advanced Warfare, they've had a classic section on the playlist, but recently those playlists have been condensed into a mosh pit, where they've taken your ability to go into individual modes and combined team deathmatch and search and destroy and a number of other traditional multiplayer modes and put them into a mosh pit playlist.
Yeah, I don't think I like that.
The change appears to be a recent one, possibly implemented in the same recent playlist update that added gun game and one-shot mosh pit.
This just makes me want to stop buying Call of Duty more and more and more and more and more.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, Advanced Warfare is a really good game. I enjoy it. It certainly blows ghosts out of the water.
And I hated Ghost.
Ghost was terrible.
Did.
Everybody hated Ghosts. It was an absolutely terrible game.
Yeah. All right. What's the next one? Lionhead Studios reveals a new Fable Legends character.
Now, see, this I'm interested in because I've played all the Fable games, and I think she looks pretty good. I like the sword that she's carrying.
It's hot. The sword's as big as her. It's kind of like Final Fantasy type.
Evian, a fighter wielding a legendary broadsword called Brobdingnagian, or Brob for short, joins Sterling, Rook, Inga, Winter, Shroud, Leech, and Glory, according to Lionhead. Oh. And yeah, the sword is as big as she is. Actually, it looks like it might be a little taller than she is.
That's so awkward.
Yeah, awkward taco much, but hey. What's the next one?
Mame toucan set to receive 3D printed beak.
Yeah, so this is an interesting piece. Last month, a toucan was brutally attacked by a bunch of youths in Costa Rica, an assault that left the poor bird mutilated and missing a substantial chunk of its beak. And the world was not happy about it. The incident quickly earned a lot of attention online, and it didn't take long for people to dip into their pockets to help the fellow out. Now, thanks to the generous public, the animal's outlook may not be so miserable, as he is set to receive a new prosthetic replacement.
It's nice. Heartwarming story. Gotta love them, but...
Yeah, I like toucans.
They're pretty.
Yeah. They're nice. Kind of annoying when you really just sit there and they're but
That's just what they do. That's how they talk.
They could be
they probably
more
think
useful,
you're
though.
annoying.
But parrots, you train a parrot to say something stupid and that gets annoying.
They're annoying.
Yeah.
Insert
Holly,
right
want a
here.
cracker?
And it's always like stuff that you don't want them to say that they pick up.
Hey, stupid!
Yeah.
Hey,
What?
fucker.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, fuck.
Yeah,
Alright.
you hear parrots cussing. Fucker, 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 fucker.
Well,
Does he have Tourette's?
you got like your
Over the weekend, Dota 2 hit 1 million concurrent players. That's an interesting little tidbit.
That is so many. I have like the people on my floor when they're not hammered. They play a whole bunch of Dota 2. Like they have their own squad.
Well, that's
wow.
pretty cool.
I don't play Dota 2, so I don't find it very cool. So, I mean, it's just like, oh yeah, I would love to do that, but in a different game. So
Here's another little interesting thing. Also recently, a 25-year-old computer sold for $23,000 on eBay.
Yes.
East. Collector's items.
Yes, definitely. I believe it was an old Commodore.
Was it not the Apple one?
No, it was not the Apple one.
They were mentioning that the Apple one is one of the most sought after, but number two,
right. Commodore.
number 2 is the Commodore 65,
Yes.
also known as the Commodore 64 DX.
I mean, I'm about it. It was cool,
Yeah.
but nothing I would pay that much for. Definitely collector's guy.
Now this next one's just fucking creepy. This internet-connected Barbie can have a full conversation with kids.
No.
Basically,
Stop this.
it's
So much
connected
no.
it's connected via Wi-Fi, and it has voice recognition software that allows it to carry on a full conversation with whoever is talking with it. No.
So many different fronts. No.
This
Don't give these
is
Skynet.
just so wrong on so many levels, especially if you were raised in the 90s and you know about the Chucky movies.
Yeah.
Fuck Chucky.
No.
He's like crying over there.
No, this
Fuck this. No.
literally it's
So much wrong. So very much wrong.
yeah. Why? What possible reason could they be like, fuck, we can make a doll talk like a real human
Barbie needs to stay relevant
and make it more human? Like, they probably watched a fucking horror movie and we're like,
Hey, that's a good idea.
yeah,
We need
yeah,
to
they're
make it
like,
happen.
Chucky, fuck, let's do it.
Oh, God. No.
I know, right, Benji? Fuck. Caesar knows what I'm talking
Let's
about.
move on from this incredibly creepy and disturbing topic. CW gave Beauty and the Beast an early renewal. Okay, moving on. Emma Thompson is reportedly in negotiations to play
Talk about
Mrs.
lightning
Potts
round.
in a live-action Beauty and the Beast. And we're not talking about the same Beauty and the Beast I just mentioned. This is actually a movie where Emma Watson from Harry Potter fame is actually going to be playing Beauty.
Yeah,
How do you
not
guys
me.
feel about her? I know there's like a massive rage.
I
Emma Watson.
like her. I
She's
mean,
alright. Good actress.
she's done. I mean, she did a great job with Harry Potter. We know she can do. She's a good actress. I mean,
She can get it.
I'm pretty sure she could pull it off.
Yeah, for sure. I don't see a problem with it. The only problem would be like nothing. I don't see a problem.
Nothing.
Oh,
I mean, what are people mad about? I mean, it's definitely not the whitewashing thing because it's a British
She's a British
actress
character.
playing a
white.
role that's set in England. So,
Yeah, exactly.
and other than that, she's a brunette. Bella's a brunette. I mean,
I don't see anything wrong.
I'm pretty sure we've heard her sing before, right? So we know she can sing.
Have we?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think so. Didn't she
I don't
sing
know.
at least?
I'm gonna step back. I don't.
I don't know.
I don't recall her ever. I don't know.
She can get it. Yes.
I have no issues with it. She's a decent actress.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Oh.
Sad news, Octopussy and Gigi star Louise Jordan. Why do I keep calling her Jordan? I don't know.
Jordan.
Dies at age 93. She lived a good life. She was 93. She lived to be older than most stars, so.
Yeah.
That's an achievement.
Yeah, definitely. But
Speaking of death.
Okay, we're rolling with this.
This DIY solar-powered death ray can even melt metal.
Why? I mean, hey, I would play with it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I would play with this.
Mess with it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, but it is on a minuscule level to be like, oh, he's not gonna hurt anything. Then you're like, hey, $5 lay on this table. Look at this light. Just like, kind of shit. I don't know.
It's like frying ants with a magnifying glass. Let's be honest.
But you're using humans instead of ants, or anything larger. Imagine. Have you ever put ants in the microwave? Let me ask you that.
In the microwave?
No.
Yes, in the microwave. It sounds like popcorn.
Oh.
They pop.
That's so messed up. Oh my god.
Oh, it was bad. It was. I personally didn't do it, but I bear witness to it. So I mean, I'm kind of responsible. But it was just one of the things where it's like, kind of
It's a
shit.
bit psychedelic.
And I don't know.
Speaking of psychedelic, a psychedelic drug could have promising future in treatment for asthma.
Yeah, bruh, get it. So, back to the drugs. But, I mean...
hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have asthma, wouldn't you rather be high than living with asthma?
I guess
Does
so,
it taste
yeah.
like? Tugs, what? Sorry. We can move on.
Oh my goodness.
What's going on in your chat now?
You just said, what does it taste like? Tux, I'm unsure what you mean.
I think he's referring to your popping popcorn ants.
Yeah, he is.
I hope you didn't
That's
eat
what
it.
popcorn... No, I didn't eat it. No, what? No.
Oh, that seems
we
so wrong.
we just... Okay, so it was in my high school a couple years ago, and next to the microwave, we moved it because we were trying to find something. I can't remember what we were trying to find. But they're like, oh shit, there's a ton of ants all over this piece of bread or something. So then somebody was like,
hey, let's nuke it.
yeah, they're like, they exactly like, we're gonna put that in the microwave. And everyone else was like, alright, I don't see a problem. So I
Like,
took
yeah,
it,
whatever.
threw it in the microwave, and the worst part was the assistant principal came in like right after we pulled it out, and I guess
And he's like, you're all getting detention.
no, he microwaved his meal in there. So
Oh.
we're all like, oh, stop.
You should have warned him first.
Oh,
I wonder
yeah.
if it tasted like ants.
No, but me and my friends have a history of messing with microwaves. Like, we actually set one on fire one year, and we got in trouble.
I melted a microwave once. I put caramel in the microwave to warm it up for ice cream, and it kind of melted the microwave.
I never said they taste like popcorn. I said they sounded like popcorn. Let's get that straight here, okay, guys? Never said I tasted them.
Benji Price, actually, there are chocolate-covered ants.
There are. That's disgusting.
Would you guys ever eat those
No.
chocolate bugs?
I'm sorry, no. If it's an insect, I will never eat it. If it's a mammal, it has a good chance of being in my stomach.
Monkey brains.
A mammal meat, like a good old
Brain-
thigh
brain
muscle.
is- brain is
Shut up,
meat.
shut up. Not like no. That's, I can't do that shit.
No, I'm not on board with that either.
Let's just
I'd eat
move on.
teriyaki scorpions.
Oh, I hate
oh.
insects and bugs in general. I'm not saying them.
I'd eat bugs if they were raised for eating, because there are people who do raise bugs for eating.
Yeah,
You know,
If it was just a random bug picked up off the ground or something like that, I wouldn't eat it.
Salt and vinegar crickets.
Hey,
says
they
Tuck.
do have roasted crickets in California. I'm
See,
sure.
And it's
Ashley
all
can
about
test for that.
it's all about where you live and
I
whatnot.
have actually ate a cricket before. Now that I've ate a cricket.
I mean, I've accidentally eaten bugs when I've been out on a run and whatnot. You're just running and go, and then kind of shit, but They put scorpions and lollipops too.
Yeah,
I've actually seen
those.
that. Yeah.
I've seen those.
Never touched it. Don't want to touch that shit. Scary.
Alright, moving on. The Halo Needler is now a real dart gun.
Yes.
And I want it.
I want it.
Beautiful. I think we're all in agreement here. We all want it.
We all want it.
It looks awesome. Fanboy type shit. Fangirl
This next
type
one
shit.
hits actually a little close to home. Twitch Plays Pokemon faces its toughest challenge yet, which is catching all the Pokemon ever.
Yes. I saw Scorpion live.
Yeah.
That's a big achievement. I mean, I don't think they will be able to do it soon. Let's say that.
They've already
you
quite a
checked
few,
in.
though.
You checked in the other day.
I checked in, and they've actually caught quite a few already. Let's see, at the time of this article, they had already captured over 40, I believe.
Hanyou, look at the chat. Grandma's house, boy. Ha ha ha. Helix fossil. Yeah, all hail the Helix fossil. But Twitch does a good job with those Pokemon games. That's
It does.
Really inventive.
This goes back to something we mentioned earlier. Bank security is so bad, a simple phishing scam can cost $1 billion.
Yeah, I don't. People need to get their shit right.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
Is a security upgrade every few years too much to ask?
Yeah. I mean, people, it's just like update your security system on your computer. You just gotta do it. It might be painful, but you gotta do it.
Let's see. In other news, Deadpool will feature a snarky old black woman and these other characters.
Honey, you got a question in the chat again.
So popular.
Do I like my Blue Yeti? Yes, I do. It is a fantastic microphone, and I love it.
I got a blue snowball.
You got blue balls.
Shut up. Shut up. It's actually not fun.
Well, technically, you have a Uniball, so. You have a blue Uniball.
Yeah, we can move on. What were we at?
The Apprentice renewed for season 15. Moving on, 100 finalists selected for a one-way trip to Mars, and how asteroid mining could pay for our first space colony.
I can't do these links. 5 year wait, space colony, and got it. Okay.
So yeah, for those of you who've been following us for the past couple weeks, we have mentioned a lot. We've mentioned the Mars One project and how it's going to be sending 4 people to Mars in 2025, and then they will be sending 4 more people there every, what is it, 2 years, I think?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every 2 to 3 years. Hey, Dexter! Dexter just tuned in. What's up, man?
So they've narrowed it down to the 100 people, and if just in case people back out, they're saying there's going to be a secondary
like a waiting list.
Waiting list that they're going to have people apply for starting this year, starting sometime later in this year. So. Moving on, NASA releases spectacular 5-year time lapse of the sun, our sun.
Beautiful.
And I gotta admit, it's very beautiful.
Yes.
It is just something inspiring to watch.
Now, of course, it's not in real time, but it's cool.
If it was in real time, that'd be 5 years.
Yeah.
Just staring at the sun.
Sitting here watching 5 years.
It's more than just updating your security. You need to make sure you get all your Windows updates, software updates. We're talking about it's just an analogy to use against bank security systems, and since we're nerds, we talk about computers and shit. They say it's just more than updating your security. You need to make sure you get all your Windows updates.
It's not
and
on our
software
end
updates.
though. It's the bank's security.
Yeah.
Is so bad.
Yeah.
Was that simple?
Here's the next one. Drinking coffee could help protect your DNA from damage.
Yeah, so
Yes.
more coffee.
Drink
Drink
See,
up.
personally, I don't really drink coffee. I've never cared for it much.
More of a tea person myself, but
Yeah,
I love-
same here. I love tea.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
definitely a tea drinker.
yeah.
I call it the elixir of life.
No, it's called vodka.
Just tap it right into the
Jameson.
Vodka.
Well, that's like 2 different effects.
That vodka.
Yeah. No. Okay, moving on. What's the next one?
World of Warcraft patch 6.1 adds colorblind support, which honestly is a far overdue feature, if you ask me.
I'm glad they did it. That's a huge step. I mean, people need to see it, and people
Yeah.
love games.
It
so-
took them 5 expansion packs, though, before finally realizing, oh shit, colorblind people are actually playing our game.
But who else has really made that adjustment in their games?
Call of Duty has a colorblind mode.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah, so it's
There-
all
there's-
new.
there-
My
there-
argument's invalid.
It's not a widespread feature, but there are some games out there that have colorblind modes. Where
Well-
you can adjust the colors that you can't see to colors that you can see.
I've been proven wrong. Is it just me, or does it look like? So Dexter says you look a little like Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, just throwing that one out there.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah,
I need a robe.
yeah. And
Next week I'll wear a Jedi robe. How's that?
And Dex, even though that's just his link to his YouTube. His actual name is The Hanyou. So if you just future reference, you really got to change your link.
Yeah, but I can't do it until I hit 500 subs.
So computers and
Aye.
systems that need protecting. A VPN would help a lot too. Moving on.
Yes, moving
Zelda
on to
Open
Zelda.
world is as big as the system can handle.
See, but that raises the question, how big of a world can it handle?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody knows. All these questions. And this is why it's in bonus round. Nobody knows, so we can't really say much about it. I mean, the
Yeah.
anticipation is there. But that's it.
You
That
can only
done.
imagine.
All we can do is hope. Sit back. Report Xbox One retail consoles to become dev kits this year. Apps available to all devs.
And that's
This is
pretty
pretty
big
cool.
news because
Yeah.
it allows anyone with an Xbox One to develop games for the Xbox One.
Okay.
Apps as well.
Yeah, and actually it took me a while to understand what dev meant. So for all those people that are like me, dev is developer. Right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Hey, thumbs up. And yeah, Dexter, all of the things underneath our nameplates, or for actually above, are links to our social media. So for Ashley example, it has Ashley Archaic, that's just her name, and then she has her Twitch link, where Hanyou has his YouTube and Twitch, and I have my YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, there.
I need a little like YouTube thing, by the way. Next
Yeah,
time.
I just realized that as I was saying that out. I'm sorry. I needed to fix that.
Yeah.
I get you the openings. Trustworthy opinions.
Let's see. Moving on. Xbox One March system update preview adds screenshot feature.
Screenshot.
Not much
Cool.
to talk about
Don't know
there.
if I'll
It-
use it.
Going along,
works,
going along
but-
with the editor system patch. I feel like that's good. Plus,
yeah.
good.
And Project Cars was delayed yet again to April 2015. For those of you who are racing fans. Project Cars looks really interesting. It's kind of looks like it has a hyper realistic feel to it, and it's it looks
Yeah.
like a decent game, but it's been delayed like what 3, 4, 5 times now.
Something like that.
Up next is the faster HTTP2 internet protocol has been approved, which means faster internet.
Yes, we all
Yay.
need faster internet. So Especially like
Definitely.
here where I can't do anything by my internet since I'm on university campus. It's
Yeah.
crap, absolute crap. I need faster internet. That's why my stream's lagging, and I apologize for that. I notice it every once in a while when I get the big red flash. But yeah, faster internet, always good.
Video Game Hall of Fame established at the Strong Museum.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's about time at least we get a Hall of Fame
Somebody's got
somewhere
a
in
taser
some
out
museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it
That
sounds
is
like.
cool.
They got a taser, shit.
Oh my god, I can hear it. What if they just come in and zap you?
No, that would not be cool. I would not enjoy that. I'd probably select somebody.
Just somebody comes in and tases you in the middle of the podcast.
Oh, hey, what's
Oh my god, can you imagine?
I would shit a break, bro.
You probably literally would.
Hey, actually, yeah, the statistics show that most people do soil themselves.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. Samsung does not encrypt your voice data, says a security
Oh,
expert.
this is something
This
we
is
touched
going,
on.
yeah. This is going off what was the security breach and privacy thing that you guys touched on last week.
Exactly. So basically, your TV listens to you talk, and they're saying that they're not encrypting what you're saying.
Yeah, and sending it to third-party databases.
Yeah, no, not too happy about that. Not nice.
Thank you, Samsung. That's why I go with Vizio. Product placement.
Hey.
Military test, amphibious robot
Yeah.
Garball.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Very
These things are crazy.
Star Wars-y.
I don't remember reading that.
The ball is about 2 feet in diameter, though it can be scaled up as large as 9 feet and go down as small as 4 inches in diameter. Perfect for searching underneath vehicles or at security checkpoints. Battery powered, can last up to 8 hours.
Yeah, this thing's definitely
Guardbot
cool.
can be controlled via remote for targeted missions, or can be programmed to travel along an area that has been predefined via an onboard GPS. So basically, it would be good for borders.
Yeah,
Just have them rolling along the borders.
put a leash on it, attach it to the back of your boards. Come on, boy.
Oh my goodness.
So crazy. J.J. Abrams is making a Thomas Edison movie, but what about
Well,
Tesla?
what about Tesla?
What? Shit, did I mess
Yeah.
up? There we go. So, I mean, what about Tesla, really? I guess
They were
come later.
major competitors.
Yeah, but again, I mean, maybe they might do a little something later. Crossover kind of Marvel shit, you know. Put like who is he? Samuel L. Jackson at the end. It's like we're making a team.
Oh, that would be weird.
Oh, you know people would watch that. Put Samuel L. Jackson in that shit. Oh,
just because Samuel L. Jackson
Give
makes
views.
a cameo.
The L stands for motherfucker.
It'd be something like that.
Moving on, Guild Wars 2 announced a new Revenant profession for the Heart of Thorns DLC that's going to be coming out.
Yes.
It's pretty cool, actually. It's a new class for characters to play as, and Revenants are heavy armor wearing mist channelers with a medium health pool and a new energy bar for using skills.
Off topic real fast. Benji is asking if any of you all play Order 1886, because I don't.
We touched on that a little bit earlier, and we figured out that it's not that good.
Yeah.
It's an extremely linear story, and it's full of quick time events. Basically, have any of you guys played Jericho?
In the comments. Jericho. Yes or no?
Yay or nay?
Because it's from what I understand, it's a little similar to that in gameplay, a little bit, minus the body swapping thing from Jericho. But If you remember, that game was full of QuickTime events. Basically, there was a QuickTime event for everything.
Yeah.
And it was... I mean, IGN said the story is fantastic. The world it built is really well done, but the gameplay is very linear, and it's full of QuickTime events, and...
Yeah. They haven't played
it. It's fairly short.
But let's move on to ex-Battlefield dev opens new studio, reveal PC RPG. So this is just an announcement. So there's literally nothing much we can say about this except that he did leave Battlefield, and he is starting to work on this new RPG for Battlefield or for PC. So it'd be awesome to see what goes on through the development. Hopefully he doesn't ask for $1,400.
$114,000 than
$114,000. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
retirement. Retirement via Kickstarter.
Yeah, right. But lawsuit via Kickstarter.
Yeah. Xbox One is Microsoft is bringing Xbox One's Halo 5, Fable Legends, State of Decay, and more to PAX East in playable forms.
So PAX East, be prepared for all this. PAX East is getting a lot this time. It seems like we've really covered a lot of stuff that will be happening during that event.
Yeah.
So, okay. Hopefully one day we'll be live there.
This next one is about a feature in a part of.
Which one are we on? Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
So in Final Fantasy, cooking is important. So I mean, basically, what it has to say about this is like, it's giving you like a hunger thing, along with like health, stamina, and shit. So it's just another meter, kind of like how Minecraft added that to their system. So I mean, it's very interesting. I personally haven't gotten into the later Final Fantasies. I don't even know the storyline at all. So to be able to play this one, it would be very interesting. I want to see where it goes. Benji asked, what do you guys think about Bethesda E3 press conference? Have we gone over that?
You guys actually talked about that last week.
We did. Very exciting. We don't know what they're going to be announcing, but it's probably going to be... Oh my goodness.
Stop! Final Fantasy VII needs a remake, says Dexter. But yeah, we did touch on Bethesda a little bit last podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're expecting Fallout 4, news about the new Doom, and
so
a bunch of stuff like that. Who knows? Since we talked about this earlier, actually, all the remakes and stuff like that, we might see a Skyrim remake coming for next gen. Who knows?
Yeah, we're getting USA hype in the chat too. Even Benji, who's on the floor. See, I kind of heard that coming from back there, and slowly.
Yeah, I heard it too.
That hype going.
Moving on, Epic is handing out free money to those working in and around the Unreal Engine. So basically, if you're working with or on a game that has Unreal Engine 4, you could get free money. A total of $5 million has been set aside and will be awarded by Epic in amounts ranging from $5,000 to $50,000. Most importantly, there's no strings attached.
Very cool.
It aims to help developers working in and around Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah.
Updated Mortal Kombat X
roster. So they added more people to the roster. So as we know,
4 rumored characters.
The classic fighters that have always been in Mortal Kombat. Now they have updated it to a more diverse roster of people that were on the fence and now are in it. And then, like Hanyou said, we also have 4 characters that might be
The
secrets.
4 rumored characters are Cyrax, Sonya, Rain, and Jax. The announced fighters that have been confirmed to be in the game are Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Cassie Cage, Devora, Cordal Khan, Farah and Tor, Raiden, Kano, Reptile, Katana, Kung Lao, Kunchi, Goro, and Ermac.
Yes.
Ermac.
Very cool.
Sounds like a McDonald's
And
meal.
also,
I'll take the Ermac. Yeah.
in other Mortal Kombat X news, Spawn can join the cast of Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah.
That'd be very cool.
So we'll see how that goes.
Spawn was actually in Soul Calibur, though, so I'm wondering if that's possible. I wonder if they still own the licensing for him in the fighting games.
I mean, I know he's been in a couple fighting games. I can't remember which ones though. But
Here's
Yeah,
one I
I
know
know
AP's
the consent was
going to
given
be
for him.
interested in. The next one I'm pretty sure AP
Oh,
is very interested in.
yeah, yes, the ESL announced world's largest COGO tournament this August. I will definitely be tuning in for that. Oh god, and ESL is Electronic Sports League. So recently I've really been getting into the whole pro Counter-Strike games, and it's just been.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of tournaments. It's been really good, and once you get into it, it's good. But you really have to get a better understanding for the game, and to be honest, I've been playing a lot more.
Yeah, you also have to learn the players and
learn the teams
and stuff like that.
So I mean, usually the most well known is maybe a Fnatic and Cloud9. I think those are the 2 well known out of all of them. But yeah.
Next up is there's apparently a new breathalyzer device that may one day help diagnose lung cancer.
Awesome.
So yeah, if you think you have lung cancer, go out driving and drinking. Not really. Don't do that.
Well, I think it works like that.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Disclaimer: we do not advocate
Condone.
drunk driving.
It's pretty cool. The device can discriminate different kinds of concentrations of cancer-related volatile organic compounds with a nearly 100% accurate rate.
That's really cool.
It's very cool.
Might lead to early detection of cancer, which could save a lot of lives.
Could.
The next one's interesting. So Fox simultaneously greenlit and ruined the Lucifer TV series all in one go. For those of you who don't know, it'll be based off DC Comics' Lucifer. Basically, they're making it into a police procedural.
Which they already have 20 million of those.
Let's
Well,
be honest,
they do.
Fox is doing what Fox does.
Yeah.
Making police dramas.
Green lighting and running. Oh, same thing.
Yeah.
And then is this our last link?
Yes, this is the last one.
So,
Scientists discover the strongest known natural material. And for those of you who don't know, we originally thought spider silk was the strongest known natural material, which
Not anymore.
on scale was stronger than steel. And we recently discovered that it is now the second strongest natural material. And it's limpet teeth.
limpet teeth.
It's, for those of you who don't know, limpets are a snail-like creature usually found clinging to rocks and other such things in
Scary shit.
on the coast.
Don't fuck with them.
Actually, they're good eating, from what I hear.
I don't fuck with shit. I watched this
It's
one.
shellfish.
I watched this one thing on Discovery Channel, and that's like the worst thing to do. And it was like the 10 most deadliest things on the beach. And it was like some fucking snail in a shell, and it was like one little touch and you're dead no matter what. It's like, fuck that! No! And every time I go to the beach, I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? Just looking everywhere.
Right? Oh,
God, these
Alright.
shows. But,
Well, that's...
you have a little message for us, Hanyou?
you guys do your outros.
And then you
let's
got the
start with
message.
AP.
Alright guys, well, y'all know me. If you're most likely in my chat, you're on my channel. So, I'm a person for a 6. I do random gaming videos of any sorts on my Twitch channel. I appear every so often throughout the week, and then every Friday, like today, we do this podcast here on my channel, Zach's channel, Ashley's channel. So thank you all for tuning in. We always have the bit.ly link to all of our channels. But yeah, I do any types of gaming on here, and on my YouTube I do a lot of Minecraft builds, and any games I feel like throwing up on my YouTube. Also, I take any and all requests, so keep that in mind if you want something. Yeah.
I'm Ashley Archaic, if you guys don't know, or if you just started tuning in. I have a Twitch as well as a YouTube channel. Couple videos every week on the YouTube, occasional Twitches throughout the week. Here every Friday on the Nerd Nation podcast, and I do gaming videos, let's plays, just whatever I feel like playing. Yeah.
And I'm Hanyou. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch. I post multiple times a week. I don't tend to usually post on the weekends, but it happens sometimes. And I stream at various times on Twitch. You can always find me here every Friday on Nerd Nation. And that being said, I believe we're about to head out then.
Yeah, so again, do you have your outro you want to do?
Yep. Okay, everybody, that's our show. Thanks for watching this week's Nerd Nation, your source for all the news you need to know. Remember that we go live every Friday night on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and if you miss an episode, you can always catch up on past episodes on Saturday on our YouTube channels. So until next time, have a good one and stay nerdy. Later.